If I see Hazard as a horseman, man.
This guy's gonna bend the rules.
No, his balls were just incredible. Like, especially yesterday when I was watching him, like, he did like that's the header from Josh Beston. He basically said that, LOL, this guy thinks that Messi is going to win Copa America. I can't wait until Neymar wins that.
We're here. Saturday Hangout. You know what it is. This is what we do. We try and give you that cool, beautiful wasabi to give you the best possible content. We both give you information, amazing analysis, and we also bring you laughs as well. So it's laughs, analysis, and all that good stuff in between and so forth. So hopefully you guys can enjoy us while we give you that quality stuff. So remember, guys, please like the vid if you're new, subscribe, and if at any point you don't like what anyone is saying, or you have some kind of garbage trash take to take, or you actually have something good to say, feel free to use the super chat function, which is the way of donating towards the channel, and I'll read out your question as soon as possibly when I get that thing around this. So guys, man, we have lots of stuff to talk about. Let me just tell you what's coming up on the show. We're going to talk Salah and whether we want to have a serious conversation about Salah's goal scoring and whether he should be included with Cristiano and Messi in terms of third degree of difficulty goal scoring. We're going to talk about Bayernsliga 7. The 7 deadly sins. 7-0. Yeah, they did that. Are Bayern Munich making a mockery of what we call competition, or is it all well and good? We have to address the state of the Bayernsliga as well. Man City, he drew. Southampton, we salute you, Southampton. You did us a solid. You did us solid because we want to make sure that City and Pep don't sniff a second trophy. Are we seeing cracks in the armor of Man City? Are we finally seeing that City aren't that good after spending 100 million on that fake as for David Beckham? Or maybe City are just going through a difficult period, but they're going to come again on top. What do we read into them failing to score and only having, I think, one shot on target in the entire game? And we're going to preview some of the games. We're going to look at Chelsea against Spurs, Juve against Milan, Real Madrid against Valencia, PSG against Lyon. And then finally, something very interesting, where Nagelsmann said that football needs to modernize and football should have the earpieces that you see NFL quarterbacks get. So let's just talk about whether football would benefit from having earpieces for football guys, or should we be traditional and say no to that kind of crap? So I've got an amazing panel here with me. You know, I've got amazing quality guys, and I'm hoping are going to give me a great, interesting show. So I think the first place I want to actually start with, I think, is with Man City, man. I want to start with Man City right now. So I need to just give a shout out to Southampton. Southampton, we thank you, we salute you, and may the Lord bless your souls. May the Lord bless your souls, because guys, yes, I try to be an objective analyst and I try the best I can, but I'll keep it real with you. I don't want Pep winning any major trophy again. Get the FA Cup, Papa John's, that's all good, but I don't need this guy winning another trophy yet again. And I think that they've lost to Tottenham. They've now drawn against Southampton. So they've now dropped points in 2 games. Now, I know it's early days and so forth. And maybe we can't read too much into what your boy has done. But if we look at the stats, 16 shots, 1 on target. They had 1 shot on target. Because I always said that someone needs to, the jig has to be up for Pep Guardiola and his passy tiki style. And it's been going amazing for a long time. So we're just saying that, are we being reactionary in saying that, you know, they've maybe reached a brick wall, or do they say some more? So Eric is big time. Wait. Is that Eric or, wait, who is that? LSK Brixton. Who is that?
That's the name. That's the name. Yeah, LSK Brixton. That's the name. Let's move on. Let's carry on.
No. We're not carrying on. Okay, I'm confused. So no.
AJ,
we have
to be honest, AJ, I'll tell you the story. So I just strolled in here, and this guy has already changed his name out of nowhere. Just out of nowhere.
Why did you change your name?
Disrespect, really. Pure disrespect.
Did you change your name?
Kick this guy out, actually. Kick him out.
But Eric, you have to explain that. Where does that name come from, though? Like, what is I know what LSK is. Brixton. Oh, LSK. Jackson, Brixton.
Man,
whoa, 8-2. Can you mute your mic? 8-2. 8-2. Can you mute your mic? 8-2. Can you mute your mic?
These London Blues guys are so slow, man.
Mute your mic.
So Eric, we have a massive game on Sunday. Eric, you know what it is. We want the trophy. We need the title. And I'm looking for the double. I'm looking for the EPL and the UCL, but I don't want to tempt fate. So Eric, the fact that City have dropped points, and remember, we play City on Saturday, 12:30 p.m. Are we perhaps seeing City running into issues, or it's early days? This will happen last year. They'll be good. But talk to me about 15 shots, 1 on target against Southampton.
I watched that match, and City were boring. Man City were out of ideas. They looked like they didn't know what to do to break down Southampton. Southampton should have won that match. It's just the fact. Like,
I think they had a penalty denied, didn't they? A clear penalty denied. Yeah. Okay. Marvel isolates, man. Continue.
Penalty or not, they should have won. Southampton should have won that game. And I'm not going to give Southampton too much credit, but they did.
Is Grealish a flop? Grealish is a flop. 100 million flop. I didn't crack a joke. I asked whether he's a flop, overpriced. 100 million.
One match is one match. We can't get too hasty, so we'll give him time. We won't.
Okay, you can. But
yeah, look, Man City are. I don't know. It's difficult to get.
No, because see, Eric, my thing is okay. Let's talk real. Let's just talk real because this is called Hangout. Let's just talk real. I'm sick and tired of this guy's tactic, and I'm surprised that nobody has sussed this guy out. You spend trillions upon trillions upon trillions playing a obsessive passing style. It's all well and good doing the passing style that you want, but let's keep it real. It's annoying and it's tedious. Eric, I wanted to know, is the jig up with Pep and his approach?
No, it's not up because it wasn't too long ago that they won 2 matches 5-0. They smashed. I know Arsenal are trash, but
bro, don't come on. Let's ask. Come on, let's talk.
Yeah,
I mean, Arsenal. Okay, like come on. Like those guys are trying to sort out the Burnley and everything. Like, let's talk real. Let's talk real.
Yeah, it's difficult for me to say. I don't want to say anything too hasty based on one game. But
me neither, Eric.
You might have.
I told you, I learned from Bayern. I want Bayern. So Eric, I'm with you. I'm totally with you. But please.
Wait, you want Bayern?
You want Bayern?
You want Bayern?
You want Bayern? West Ham.
Why do you want treble teams?
Deal with West Ham tomorrow. Deal with West Ham tomorrow.
Get on your level.
I want Bayern. No, because Eric, look, see, Eric, do you know what I want, Eric? I need Chelsea to be taken care of. Eric, this one. I need 3 points on Sunday against Tottenham. I need Lukaku to show that Kane is a waste space and relies on Queen Lizzie tax. And I also need Chelsea to say what's up on Saturday. Mate, can you mute your mic? The heck? And Eric, I need that because Eric, look, imagine this. Beats Tottenham on Sunday, beats City on Saturday. I know it's early days, but what does that picture look like to you?
Look, don't be surprised.
Eric, you might have. I told you, I learned from Bayern. I want Bayern. So
mute your. Who is this? Oh my! Look, I don't know.
Forget Eric.
Clip it twice.
Ignore them. Eric, please continue. Talk over him.
Yeah. Forget this man red supporting. Yeah, what was I saying?
Eric, you can't do it like me, man. Just move on.
Whatever.
You've not won a trophy in 5 years. Mute your mic. If you haven't won a trophy in 5 years, don't speak. Eric, talk over him. I'll meet him.
So
yeah,
we're gonna beat Spurs. There's no doubt. We're gonna win. I don't care. Clip it. Do whatever he wants. We're gonna win that game. I went for 2-0. I expect if we don't win, I have some questions about this team. I don't know if we're ready, but we have to win that game. We're gonna win. I'm not too worried about other teams. I can't look at
no. But Eric, I need and you didn't respond to my question. What does the picture look like if Chelsea, and this is a massive if, I don't want to tell you let me land. If Chelsea beats Tottenham and they beat Man City on Saturday, what does the picture look like? Just what does the picture look like? Very simple question.
I think we'll be top of the league. We'll be top of the table. Liverpool still think that they're going to win the league for some reason. Maybe they will. Who knows? I doubt it. I don't think they will.
What if Salah gets injured? So
it looks. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it looks very good for us. Honestly, I have to say, Man City. I don't want to be too. I know what happened last season. I know people say last season was different. Everything is different now. Chelsea didn't have the players they have. This, that, the other. I don't want to be too hasty with City, but I think nobody should be surprised if we win, if we beat Man City and we beat Spurs. I think that's the level right now for us.
I want to welcome back Red Devil Studio. Hopefully he's feeling well and good. He was feeling a bit under the weather, and I'm sure he was very much missed and so forth. So first of all, Red Devil, are you feeling better? And second of all, has Pep finally been found out?
I am feeling much better, thank you.
Oh, how sweet, how lovely.
I can actually breathe, that helps.
Oh, great. O2, oxygen, nothing like some good oxygen.
It does.
Did you get touched by Youngwood?
O2. So, but as for Pep, I'm not sure. Are we talking about Chelsea's title credentials?
No, we're not.
Because the last conversation was talking about Chelsea's title credentials as opposed to
Red Devil. I said, Red Devil. I was trying to be like Picasso. I was trying to be like Picasso. I was trying to build a picture.
I don't think it's right you touch upon it though. I think it's crucial.
No. Wait, why is this? Wait. Can we have some order in the house, please?
I just wanted clarity because it's just the conversation has been.
Red Devil, I never mentioned Chelsea. All I said was
you're talking about Chelsea beating City and Spurs.
I never said that. I said if. You forgot the word if.
Okay.
If is a very if you look at the English language, if is like that keyword. They say like if is like the top 5 most keywords in the English language. So if can't be ignored. I said if Chelsea beats Tottenham. If Chelsea beats City next Saturday, things are looking interesting. Interesting. That's all I'm saying. Interesting because someone spent 100 million on one player. That's what I'm saying.
You mentioned that Chelsea would be top. I think Eric mentioned Chelsea would be top of
Eric
the.
Didn't say anything. He didn't say anything. Eric never said that. He never said that.
That's the understanding anyway.
Okay, he never said that.
Well, that was my understanding anyway. But if you're talking about whether Pep Guardiola is like no, of course not. They battered, was it Leipzig early on in the week? Was it 6-3? I think so.
6-3. But 6-3. Leipzig, what were those guys, man? Come on, man.
Well, so like at the end of the day, like maybe we should credit more Southampton. I mean, last time I checked, didn't you guys draw against them last season as well?
No. We won the Champions League this year by beating City in the final. Like,
I don't know. I'm just talking about like if you're going to judge based on like performances against teams that you struggle against, then Chelsea also struggled against Southampton last season as well. And obviously, they lost.
I heard of Lukaku, Luke Skywalker, like he's a Jedi. Like he has like a green saber. Look, he's from Belgium. Belgium's top scorer. Double figures goals and assists. That guy. The guy that you still think is Tim's based off what he did for your club. But there's a difference between playing with a team that can't win trophies and a team that's trying to win trophies. But I think you've heard of him, Luke Skywalker.
The thing is, though, is that like he obviously disappeared against Liverpool. So we know, Tim's, as you
11
said,
against 10.
It's limitations
11 against 10.
Those teams. So whether or not he'll be able to do it against City or Spurs, for example, we don't know because those are traditionally big teams. So we'll see what Lukaku does. But at the end of the day,
West Ham Rise. I didn't say anything. At the end of the day, you said at the end of the day.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
At the end of the day.
I don't know what HH. You need to be. You need to be kind of consistent. Like, are we talking about Pep? Or are we talking about Chelsea? Like, I just
remix Kendrick's top of the morning.
At the end of the day, like you also got Declan Rice. Yeah. So at the end of the day,
right? Okay. What were you trying to get at, HH?
No. You said I was very rude and I sort of messed up your thing, but you said at the end of the day, and I would like you to please continue. I'm very sorry for.
So what I was trying to get is at the end of the day, like this in-quote setback for Pep Guardiola is nothing. People actually forget that last season City even had a worse start to the league this year, and then obviously Ilkay went and did his thing. And Pep still managed to go and obviously win the league. So at the end of the day, I don't think this means much. There's still plenty of games to play. But you're right. Chelsea are definitely favourites right now.
And that's where we now move on from there. So from Yasser's side, thank you for the dub, Yasser side.
Definitely favourites.
Yasser's side, who said Rashford is going to win the Ballon d'Or and who said that United will win the treble. Yesterday is a United fan who said United will win the treble.
He did not say the
and
latter.
he will do everything. So yesterday said United would win the treble. What's it do? What it do? Pep begging fans to show up to the game didn't work, I guess. If only more fans showed up, then they could have won. Sad. Guys, that's weird. Like, how is a manager begging fans to show up at the stadium? That's strange. And because my thing is that this is Man City. Surely, you being one of the best teams in the Premier League, albeit with oil money, how come you don't have the kind of proper support for your team?
Because the fans don't have the mentality. The fans are like Burnley fans or I can't even say Newcastle is actually a big club traditionally. They're like fans like Brentford fans. They don't. This is like a luxury for them. So you can't expect them to have that mentality and that expectation. That's why.
What do you mean by mentality? So it's that they don't want to appreciate and love the fact that after hundreds of years when United were always your bullies, this is like the best thing the City have ever had, where you can now pretty much look down and actually insult and abuse your United, and you don't want to relish in this.
Abuse how?
Let's keep it real. In the last 3-4 years, which Manchester club has been more successful, City or United?
The Champions League? Show me the Champions League, and then I'll argue.
I said successful. Which team has been more successful over the last 3-4 years?
Okay, so dominate domestic abuse is success for them. That's fair enough.
Which has been more successful?
Wait, hold on. Didn't Man United have domestic abuse? You only won 2 Champions Leagues over those years.
Where's City's one? Can I see City's one, please? Can someone show me City's
How many years was Fergie manager? How many years was Fergie manager?
26. We won with 2 different teams.
2 in 2026. That's good. That's good. That's good. That is really good. 2 in 26. That's good. That's actually really good. That's really good. Like, I think Fergie,
and the 0 in the whole club's existence. No. That's also good. Yeah.
No, why? I said 2 in 26 is really good. 26 years.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's great. That's amazing. Yeah, that's good.
Being very defensive.
He won more seals in that time than Chelsea.
Current, don't speak to a current seal winner like that, please. Have some respect to a current seal winner.
Okay.
So Yasir Said, aka YUFC, can you please deal with West Ham, and can you actually show me a trophy? Yes, because I'm not sure you should be speaking to guys that's no trophy. So yes, said, can you actually see a trophy next time you talk? Red Devil, I don't think it's your time to talk. Please.
Just to clarify, are we going to talk about the fact that Hazard was benched like at all during this Hangout at all? Like just that wasn't involved in. We're going to talk about. I know. Because
Havertz went round Edison. He went round like Edison came out and Havertz. He went round.
Yeah, I'm talking about Hazard. That's what I mean. Like,
and then I think we became the 21 UCL champions. So from Zoteng TV, who said, "No way in hell, City's." Thank you for the dub, Zoteng. By the way, no way in hell, City's winning the Premier League. Pep looks tired of City, and him not getting Kane proves to him that City are a small club. You can see he's miserable. Did you guys see that? Interview where the reporter said that, so we hear that this is going to be your last few years in City, and he was like, when did I say that? Then he said, well, that's Brazil thing that you said, and he was like, no, I never said that. Look at his body language. When you look at his body language, Pep, it's true, just that he didn't want to sort of expose him, but it is true. Hence why, because my thing, I've always said with Pep, I want him to go trophyless this season. Because I need him to suffer, and it's just part of my narrative.
Why? Why though? What's the reasoning? Let's talk about this, right? What's the reasoning? Why do you hate them so much?
I don't hate.
He's a fellow bald man.
You're supposed to support them. There's Robin. Exactly. There's Pep. There's only a few.
No. That's a hating. But Zeman, I have an issue with arrogance. I have an issue with win a trophy, please. Thank you. Zeman, I have an issue with arrogance. When you see that you destroyed...
What about Mourinho, bro? He called himself the special.
No,
are we going to forget
FC
about
Porto.
that?
FC Porto.
He wants someone who is
FC Porto.
If Pep was funnier, I think you would like him, right? Because Mourinho is funny with his arrogance.
No,
if Pep was black, that's the key.
No, well, if you want to get into that, yeah, Toure, Samuel Eto'o, but we'll leave that to another thing.
Wow.
Who else wants to come in on this whole Man City thing? Who else wants to come into this whole
Can I help? Okay.
Samuel, then Suleiman. Samuel.
Right, there's two parts to me as a football fan. One part is that I can be objective and fair. The other part is that I'm a terrorist and I'm going to be choosing to be a terrorist today. You see that small mentality club, that expensive MK Dons, yeah. I won't lie to you, yeah. The whole fan business. What do you expect? They're literally, it's like they won the lottery. They were living off bread and beans and ice, and they just went to steak and lobster.
Iceland ice. You know what? That's like buy one get 80 free from Iceland. Iceland
exactly.
ice. Yeah.
Exactly. With the game, I'm not gonna lie to you. Man City are not finished. They did this last season. I don't think we should write them off. However, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. What was the point of buying Grealish? I won't lie to you. What was the point?
800 mil. 800 bro, no. When you that English tax is real. That English tax is real.
Creative players. Like, what was the point? You needed a striker and you didn't go and get it. You tried to get Ronaldo. He went to Man United. Who else did they try to get? Was it Harry Kane they tried to get? I don't even know where they went with that one. So, yeah. To be honest with the league, Chelsea are the favourites. Sorry, Havel. I think that
they are the favourites.
No, they are the favourites. But
we're just trying to live. They're not favourites. So we're just trying to do our thing.
Listen, you can't deny it. However, I do feel like Tottenham are going to beat you tomorrow.
The CL champions, come on, man.
Wait. No, Samuel. We'll get to the previews afterwards, so we'll deal with that because I'm not sure I heard you clearly. What's that?
One more thing. Man United fans can't talk when you got beaten by a team that plays on AstroTurf. But anyways, we'll move on from that.
Suleiman, talk to me.
Hey, can I quickly talk? I got a game to go quickly.
Sure.
You got a game to go. You are playing to play a football, like a game as in poker or?
No. I have a soccer game.
Football game.
What soccer? Soccer.
Bro, the British people invented the word, bro.
American. I've never heard of soccer. What's soccer?
Football.
No, don't be shamed. Don't be shamed.
Ziman, mute.
No. He's right. No. He's right.
No,
football.
Don't let him bully you, bro.
No, it's American.
No. He's right. No, he's right.
American egg-ball football.
I was wrong.
Call it soccer, bro.
No. I was wrong.
Talk to me.
All right.
Talk to me.
Wait. So Man City. I want to thank Southampton. Thank you very much for I want to thank Southampton. Thank you for holding the previous champions.
Wait. Who do you support? Who do you support?
Oh, United.
Wait, how many United fans are there? Man, I have to do like
I
don't know. I've got to do like a minimum kind of United fan thing.
Grow your fan base. Grow your fan base.
We just got a big
UCL. Can you please talk?
Get CCL going, please. Get CCL.
Can you talk over them, please? Let me meet them. Continue, sir.
All right, yeah. This game, going off this game. I mean, I won't be too reactionary because last season, Man City was like they started off slow and they picked it up. But I would say one shot on target is that should be something they should be worried about. Who was the striker? Was it Sterling? I think it was Sterling.
Yeah,
Raheem Sterling.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I was watching the game. They just played so boring. Though, like what Pep was doing.
One shot on target.
I'm so happy. Like to be honest, I don't like Pep at all. He just reminds me of a supervillain. I don't know why. Just his face. He just pissed me off. I don't know why. His play style is like it's so boring. I don't like me. This is me. Me personally, I just don't like people just passing too much possession, just keep passing around, and that's not how I like to watch football.
No, but because this is why I always said, like, look, Pep, you're a great coach and everything. If Pep was with FC Porto or Scunthorpe or with a team that didn't have amazing passes, could he adapt? No, he can't adapt. Hence why I find it insulting when people put him in the same level as Mourinho. Mourinho was always the better manager because Mourinho can go to different teams, adapt, and make them look good. Pep has been spoon-fed his whole life. He's been spoon-fed his whole life. He's never left home. He's never left mom's home. He's always had mom's cooking, and he's always had an allowance. He's never had his own apartment and lived by himself. He's always had mom's cooking. He's never left home. So until you can leave home, not holding mommy's hand and so forth, and be able to coach a team without specific players, why is the guy an amazing manager? So hence what, let's see what happens. But
yeah, I don't know if I'll go that far. He's still a really good. He's still a very good manager. What he does with great players is still really unbelievable. Like him winning, all his wins and everything is still really impressive. It doesn't matter.
No. Look, I would say Pep is a great coach in terms of coaching players and getting players to play on a high technical level. He's amazing. But in terms of management, where I don't have all. If you give Pep his players, he's amazing. If you don't give Pep his players, he doesn't know how to adapt. He'll malfunction. And that's just all I always say about Pep. He doesn't really know how to adapt and so forth. Let me read some of his jokes and I'll come to you, Suleiman, because I know that you've been waiting. So from your boy Telly Barry, who says, Pep begged the fans to pull up to the stadium to see his squad only make one shot on target. Shameful. Now, that's Telly Barry. That's amazing. You see, Pep, you can't beg guys to leave home, leave feeding grandma her drip, leave your ex-wife, leave your thing on the side because you're obviously committing adultery or so forth, to go all the way to a freaking stadium and then see a team only have one shot on target. So no. So basically, no, I'm not going to waste all my time going and to support the team because if all you can show me is one shot on target, then no, hell no. From your boy Jay Jokin, who says, can't wait to see Mark Henry's first touch versus Spurs. Jay Jokin is a Man United fan. Jay Jokin. Oh, that's right. That was a joke, please. Jay Jokin is a Man United fan, and I think when we see trash like this, so when I see nonsense, crap like this, do you know the thing? Funny thing is that if Lukaku ends up being top scorer, you're going to look really stupid. So Jay Jokin
who was top scorer in Serie last season?
Can I answer?
Who was top scorer? No,
Jay Jokin with that's your trash ass team that you support. If your trash crap team ends up with no trophies and Chelsea get a trophy and Lukaku is one of the top scorers, you're going to look very, very stupid. And whimsical thought.
Wait, hold on. Let me read this guy. Why did you? No, hold on. I want to clarify something. I want to clarify something. Why did you go from top scorer to one of the top scorers?
Whimsical thoughts. Thank you for the dog. Whimsical thought says, regular City, are we not being a tad reactionary? You see, Whimsical, I don't think we're being reactionary. I have not said that City are not going to win the title. Nobody here has said that City are not going to be title first because this is a marathon, it's not a sprint. This is not knockout football. But all I'm saying is, they didn't get a striker. The only player they got was Grealish, which is 100 million of just fluff and whatsoever. Sterling still hasn't been able to say what's up. I think he still hasn't been able to really find his form, although he was good at the Euros. And 15 shots, one on target. I'm just saying. Because my thing is, I was trying to paint a picture. Liverpool are still keeping up with their winning rate. Now, what if Chelsea say what's up? Because we know that Liverpool have a great record against Man City. Chelsea have a great record against Man City. So if Liverpool keep up winning, Chelsea say what's up to Spurs and can say what's up on Saturday, the league, I know it's early, it begins to slowly open up. Suleiman, talk to me, bro.
Is my mic working?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is why I love football, man. It's so unpredictable. You have Southampton, a team who's conceded 9 goals against Leicester, 9 against Manchester United, and now they hold Man City to a draw, 0-0. And let's be honest, they could have won that game, so props to them. As for Manchester City's chance of winning the league, I mean, of course they can still win it. I'm not saying nobody's saying they're out of it, but it's not like last season. I mean, Chelsea has strengthened. They got Lukaku. I mean, Manchester United obviously strengthened. So, I mean, they got to, like, pick up their act and start winning games because, I mean, even if it is the beginning of the season, if you go on a run of, like, losing or drawing, other team, it's going to, like, the gap is going to continue.
No, because my thing is, look, I don't want to see, Solomon. See, you're trying to trick me. So, Solomon, I'm not going to fall for your trap. because Solomon, you were trying to. I know same thing as this guy, Rare Devil. I won't say it. Chelsea are just trying to live. Okay, Solomon, Chelsea are trying to live. Okay, Solomon, repeat after me. Chelsea are trying to live.
Can you define live, please?
Solomon, can you talk over him? Solomon, can you talk over him, please?
The thing about Chelsea is they won the Champions League with Werner. So if you have Lukaku, a proven goal scorer, why can't you win the treble? I mean,
100%,
exactly,
100%. Pre-Tronic.
Solomon, football is very complicated,
and don't forget, don't forget last season you had Lampard, and he had a horrible start to the game. I mean to the season. So imagine Thomas Tuchel has an entire season to get this team running. I mean, he can win this league easily.
And a treble you've just mentioned.
Yeah, so treble too. Yeah.
Solomon,
you're the favorite.
Solomon, all I say is that football is very unpredictable, and we never know what's going to happen. And Solomon, the key thing is that they assume that Lukaku is a brick, and Tim's 4 goals off 6 shots, but he's a brick.
Yeah,
he's Tim's. No, Solomon, Tim's. 4 goals off 6 shots. No, but I'm talking about this: the streets, YSK, Red Devil.
I think about
Infinite.
I think they're a bit like jealous that they never got this version of Lukaku, and
they never won a trophy in 5 years. Oh yeah.
Wait, Solomon, what do you mean we never got him? He's still leaving the ball behind.
Never won a trophy in 5 years.
Still leaving the ball behind. So I don't.
I mean, yeah, but like
4 goals off 6 shots. 4 goals off 6 shots. Solomon, continue. Go for it.
What did he do against Liverpool?
4 goals off 6 shots. Solomon, no talk. Solomon, talk over him.
I mean, as much as you'd like to dispute it, I mean, Lukaku, he is so much different. I don't know what Antonio Conte did. I mean, I know we make fun of him because he never got out of the group stage of the Champions League, but what?
They put him on rations.
He's a lot slimmer.
They put him on rations. They starved him.
But like in his ability to prove players, I got to give Antonio Conte credit.
Yeah. So who else wants to jump in on this City thing before we move on?
I'm gonna jump in on the City thing, man. I just wanted to say, man, City, like we said in the beginning of the season, they really
did you lose 3-0 this week?
They need a striker. Oh, no, I'm worried about Granada, bro. No, bro.
Oh, no, sorry, no.
I'm not worried
Granada,
about that, man. Chelsea,
Monday,
man. Yeah, not everyone could be Chelsea.
Was Piqué on the floor?
Future treble winners. I also think, with Chelsea, Lukaku.
What happens at the Allianz?
This guy is really impressive.
We're not going to the Allianz, bro.
Yes.
No, we're not.
My heart. Continue. Zima, continue.
No, I was gonna say, man, I feel like Chelsea are the clear favorites when it comes to the league. I think
Zima, we're talking about Man City. Like what the hell are you on about?
No. You were talking about if they're favorites to win the league. That's what the discussion was about. I don't think Chelsea. Yeah. It was about Man City contending for the league.
It was. I know. Eric.
Easy.
Look, this guy. They don't listen.
I know what Elric is saying. He started this convo. So
I think that's
easy.
I think that's 8-2 loss has been messed with your brain or something. Yeah.
09 made you not rate Iniesta, so let's not talk about trauma, bro. I'll say this, man. Chelsea are the clear favorites. I just feel like with Lukaku, somebody who's an incredible striker. Like you said, man, you're not scared of Spurs. That's the type of tweet you were giving out. And I just feel like you guys are an incredible team. Did you change my name to L-Man?
No.
Oh man, these Chelsea fans, man. What can you do about them? Yeah, but it's something that affects you when you haven't won a treble. But yeah, man, I do think Chelsea are favorites.
You see, no, you're really funny because actually, can we just stop?
Ouch.
This whole treble thing. Do you know how sad you have to be to keep bringing that up?
No.
And tell me why. No. Hold up. What means more? What you do in the present or what you did like 3,000 years ago? Elman, 2015, you were still clear land. Elman, go ahead, you won a treble in 2015. I think you were still sucking on your mom's titties back in 2015. So that's how young
That's
I'm sure you
more
were because you
trouble
because you were born in 2010.
No,
Hold on. So you keep hold on, man. Every time you keep saying treble, every single time you keep saying treble, Z-Man, I could just what have you done recently?
Mommy. What history
Stop living in the past. Stop living in the past.
No. Your greatest accomplishment.
Who are the current UCL champions?
No. You guys are. Your greatest accomplishment that your club has ever gotten is having a pronoun. That's your greatest accomplishment. Chelsea, she. No, I'm being honest, bro. I do think Chelsea are favorites.
Who's eating something really close to the mic, man? Like, relax. Like, get the mic out of your mouth.
Do you know I've pause. You do know I've been trying to tell people to stop like having sex with the mic for like 6-7 years, but no one ever listens. But it's fine. So Z-Man, can you just
no. Red Devil, and
Red Devil. No, they're not involved. They're not involved.
No,
we are involved. This is a democracy. We are involved.
It's a dictatorship.
I just want to ask. I can't hear him because he hasn't won a treble. Can you translate? Are you guys able to hear him?
Wait, no, hold on.
At the end of the day, able to hear him.
Live chat. Can you please put down the score in Barcelona's last game, please?
What he's saying is top of the morning and at the end of the
day. No. Live chat. Can you please put down what Barca's score was in their last game, please? Live chat. Can you please put up the score of Barca's last game? I'm just live chat. Just play that. That's because I can't remember what Barca's score was.
I can't hear you, bro.
Why is Kid Jackson? Where's mine? Okay. Why is Kid Jackson? You will be in the sin bin for the next 5 minutes. You're going to be in the sin bin for the next 5 minutes. You are a very sick.
Can I say something real quick?
Go for it.
So you know the closest R9 has come to a CL. It's my AV.
What's it called? So, YSK and Suleiman, you will be in the sin bin for the next 5 minutes and so forth. Think about the trash that you said. Wait, Ziman, do you want to be in the sin bin as well? Do you want to be in the sin bin as well? So you two are going to be in the sin bin. So let me just read some of these dubs and so forth, man. But it feels good to be the current Champions League champions. Eric, doesn't it? I mean, Eric, does it feel good to be Champions League winners? Does it feel good? I mean, Eric, how does it feel?
Look,
how many have you got?
Yeah,
these
guys are making it sound like I was speaking to Eric. I was speaking to Eric. Eric, how does it feel to be the Champions League winners?
It feels amazing. The haters can just keep hating in the background. We don't really care.
No, we're not hating. You're favorites for the EPL.
No, it's fine. And you better pray we don't win that treble this season. You better pray we don't.
We literally said we'll win the treble. Like
Eric, it will look really bad. It will look really, really bad if Chelsea. You see, Eric, we move in silence.
You already said you want Bayern Munich anyway.
We move in silence. We move in silence. Can you deal with West Ham? Can you please deal with West Ham?
You literally told Bayern fans you want
young boys.
Bayern Munich hearing it. CL
young boys.
Please draw
Young boys. Thank you. From whimsical thought, but hope. Every team goes through a blip. Who's to say Liverpool or Chelsea will keep it up? Don't like him, but I'll never write off Pep in the league format. Whimsical thoughts, you are very, very right indeed. And whimsical, that's why whimsical thoughts, I'm not stupid and I don't want to be a fool. And I learn from my previous mistakes. Only a complete idiot will completely write off Man City. So be very clear here. At no point in this conversation have I said City are out of the title race. That would be stupid because it's a marathon. All I'm saying is, are we having a conversation of where you did get a striker? Grealish was the only attacking player that you got this summer. Do we reach a position where that lack of a striker or a finisher might prove to be problematic because of the issues of Gabriel Jesus? So who did they get last season? Was it Ruben Diaz?
Yeah, it was Ruben Diaz. Yeah, it was Ruben Diaz.
And that was it.
Yeah.
Okay,
that changed their whole defense, though. To be honest,
didn't they get Fernan Torres? Fernan Torres, right?
Oh no! Ferran Torres was before.
Oh,
they got him before. So my thing is that look, I mean, they won the league and just get Ruben Dias, but same thing with Liverpool, they got Van Dijk. So my thing is like, will that Ruben Dias effect still continue? Because I feel that what we've seen is Van Dijk is more of that dude than Ruben Dias. And I think that's Ruben Dias. You saw him get exposed at the Euros. So let's see whether Ruben Dias is still going to have that same profound effects for Man City, because he has to. Because if all you can say is Grealish, I think that's a little bit tricky, man. Let me just get this other dub very quickly there, sir, because we need to talk about La. We need to talk about La. From Yasser Said. Yasser Said, thank you for the dub. Yasser says, HH, do you know how many Chelsea fans are diehard Ronaldo fanboys? The amount of Chelsea fans that will watch Man United and cheer on Ronaldo, crazy. Yes, aside, you are speaking complete and utter garbage. Because those guys you speak of can't be proper, real Chelsea fans. Any Chelsea fan with a brain, you are the best club in the world because you just won the Champions League. So that is not a cue for Red Devil. Keep your mic muted. So my thing is, yes, aside, first off, have some respect when you talk to a UCL winner. So when it's talk to address me as a UCL winner. Second of all, yes, aside, when last did your club win a major trophy? That's the second thing. Third thing
when
is,
last did you win a treble?
That's a good question.
I deal in trophies of trophies won recently.
Oh, okay.
Don't talk to me if you've not won a major trophy in 5 years. Don't talk to me. Don't even address me. Don't even look in the eye if you don't win a freaking major trophy in the last five years. So Yasser Said, please have some freaking respect for a freaking UCL freaking winner. And Yasser Said, tell Gotnaldo to start pad, because tell Gotnaldo that Lukaku exists. That's what it is. Tell them Lukaku exists. Just tell him that Red Devil, meet your mic. Red Devil,
the same guy who beats in Serie.
Ronaldo is going to come top scorer. Ronaldo will be top scorer. He'll be top scorer.
No, it's okay. Don't worry.
No,
that's not even remotely true, bro. He's a better footballer than you.
It's all your fault, you bold brick. Find Egg Boy. Look, Abdul, I tried with the football elder, and I tried to make him spare your soul. And also, the thing is that I don't want to know where Egg Boy is. Guys, if you're new here and so forth, like the video, subscribe. Egg Boy Hero. This will kick off Egg Boy Hero. Once on a clear morning, I was playing Red Dead Redemption 2 on Twitch. This was the day of the second leg between Liverpool and Barcelona in the 2019. Ziman, do you remember that game? I think you do.
No, I don't.
And then,
you're the one that said don't focus on the past. Aren't you the same one that said don't focus on the past? Aren't you the same one that said don't focus on the past?
Ziman, use the mute button. Use the mute button. Egg Boy Hero said that there is no way that Barca can mess up a 3-0 lead. And I said, Egg Boy Hero, who knows? Egg Boy Hero said, there's no way, it's impossible. It's a small command. I said, who knows? But Egg Boy Hero said, there's no way. Then that happened. Ever since that time, Egg Boy Hero was not to be seen. Egg Boy Hero was a regular on my channel. Ever since that night, I have not seen Egg Boy Hero since then. And I am fearful of what Egg Boy Hero may have done to himself. So Egg Boy Hero, this is a PSA. Come back, call me, and tell me how you are doing. Mental illness is real. From a boy, Kelvin Sahiru, who says, Arsenal fans don't watch their matches anymore. They were busy watching Cristiano's debut and matches. And you see, for Arsenal fans, it's quite tough, because for Arsenal fans, you are suffering right now because the team, you're struggling to beat Burnley and Norwich right now. So I will not be surprised if a lot of Arsenal fans are trying to see if Chelsea can defend the UCL crown. Because I spoke to many Arsenal fans that said that, Chelsea are a team that I think Chelsea have become like the neutral team based off of the squad. Now I'm saying that they're going to win everything, but based off the squad that they're building, that's new neutral thing as well. So for Arsenal fans, look, man, if all you can give me is an Aubameyang, a Saka, and so forth, who missed a penalty for your country in the major final, yeah, you have to think about being an Arsenal fan. From Edwino P626, y'all peep Chelsea won a CL now. HH and Abdelhali are proper Chelsea fans now. I will always see. For me, I will say that I am a highly complicated Chelsea fan. No, I'm like a weirdly complicated. Now I'm not a weirdly complicated Chelsea fan because that UCL win made me do some inner soul searching right now. So, Eric, I'm dealing with some very inner emotions because that UCL win changed things. Because that UCL win showed me something.
I saw those videos.
Yeah.
How would you act if they won a treble, bro? Oh my god, I don't want to know.
No, I'm just curious about one thing though. Yeah,
Please
I
ask him.
think you're right. Yeah, you're right about being complicated because obviously you're not following Chelsea on Twitter for whatever reason. I'm not sure what the reason is, but you decided to follow Roma on Twitter. I think we all know why that's. Why
he's a Mourinho fanboy.
Yeah. Exactly.
Look,
Marino cultist, man.
Yeah, he is.
Tammy's doing well. Shout out to Tammy. Tammy's doing well over there. He's doing good.
So from your boy 7625E, he says that what if Chelsea wins nothing? HH, humble yourself ASAP. 7625, there is a great chance that Chelsea can win nothing. 100%. Guys, I want you all to be very clear here. There is an amazing chance Chelsea will be trophyless.
There's no chance.
Red Devils. Let me remove Zeman. Let me remove Zeman right there. Thank you, Zeman. So, Red Devil Studio. There is a great chance Chelsea will be trophyless. Did you hear that, Red Devil Studio?
There's no chance.
There is a great chance
you just
Chelsea
want a Super Cup. You just want a Super Cup.
Trophyless.
You won a Super Cup.
Live chat.
Does that count?
Live chats.
Eric,
Ever since the events of Puya, let me speak to you, Puya.
You're going to compete in a
yes, he mutes, man. He mutes. Puya, ever since the events of 2020, ever since the events of 2020, I have changed. Because Puya, what Bayern did was open my eyes.
Yeah.
And you know what, Puya, I have to thank Bayern Munich. Because ever since what Bayern did led to Chelsea winning the UCL. Because it's led to me being humble, and my humbleness and my reverse psychology led us to that UCL win. So, Puya, I'd like to thank Bayern.
You said I won Bayern.
Red Devil, I mean, I'm supposed to.
I told you, I learned from Bayern. I want Bayern. So, Eric, I'm with.
It's exactly. The football gods already know you want Bayern. It's over.
Someone says that HH doesn't allow fellow brothers on the train. Suleiman, last I checked, I'm neither a racist or a sellout, and I do not associate myself with those trash piece of crap Chelsea fans. Those Chelsea fans are filthy, robbed dead.
Didn't you just say you're a proper Chelsea fan though, like 2 seconds ago?
No. Me and Eric, we represent the black representative of Chelsea fans. Me and Eric, we are separate from those days. We are the black delegation of Chelsea
why are
fans.
people still excluded
from Mohammed. From Mohammed. Mohammed, thank you for the drop. Mohammed, HH, I know that you are trying to. I know what you're trying to do by praising Salah. Don't even try your juju. It's not going to work. Mohammed,
no, we're not talking about
Mohammed. That's a great segue. That's a great segue. That's a Samuel.
Samuel, you know, he gave him a nickname. He said "La."
No. Salah, he's going to crack this season.
He said "La," and he's laughing because he knows.
Mo Salah, running down the wing.
It's because he said 50 max. That's why
guys,
he's been banging goals.
Samuel, I had the receipt. Don't worry.
Oh my word,
guys. I count. Wait, what would I say? I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's an 8-pack. That's an 8-pack.
Maths isn't your strong suit.
So, La.
Oh no.
La.
Yes.
La. He is. La needs to be put in the conversation of Messi and Cristiano.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. No. He has to put in the question of Messi.
The jinx is real. The jinx is real.
Trust the process. Trust the process, Eric. So
yeah, you're right.
I feel that Salah should be put in the country of Messi and Cristiano because I feel like Salah is going to go crazy this season. I feel that we have underrated his goal scoring prowess. Because my thing is, I'm not talking about volume of goals. See, you Messi and Cristiano sad, good for nothing fanboys. Relax, you sad losers. I'm not saying he's as good as those international flops that have not scored a single World Cup, not knockout goal. I've never scored a goal in a major final for their country. I'm not talking about that. Fine. They have the whole consistency crap. Cool. I'm talking about when you score, clutch goals, important goals, and always being there. Because facts of that, of course, Christian Messi up there. If I'm looking at a consistent, dependent goal scorer, Salah's next in line. So Samuel,
world class goal scorer.
Of course he is, 100%. Of course he is. He's up here too. So, wait, has Samuel disappeared? Oh, there is. So Samuel,
I'm not answering it. No, don't come to me. Don't come to me. I know what you're doing.
No, come on, Samuel. We have a football show. We have to be very objective here and be professional. So Samuel, Salah, come on, Salah. He's amazing. And is he underappreciated for how consistent? Because my argument is, of course, we have Messi and Cristiano, the international flops, as the top goal scorers. But third, shouldn't Salah be third in terms of consistent goal scoring behind Messi and Cristiano?
I think, to be honest, that's very hard.
No, because now I'm seeing people in live chat saying Lewandowski. Yeah. My thing is, Premier League is tougher than the Bundesliga. And also, I believe, you can hit me for this. Lewandowski may score goals in a higher volume, clutch goals, important goals, Salah. And that was proven last season with all of Liverpool's injuries last season and Sadio Mane being a break. So everything was on Salah. Firmino wasn't contributing. Jota was injured. Origi was hardly used. Sadio Mane was a break. So are we sleeping on Salah?
I think the reason why people are sleeping on Salah is because, first of all, when Salah was first coming into Liverpool and he scored 32 goals, a lot of people were comparing him to Mane. And that kind of downgraded, how would I put it? It kind of underrated Salah's, his ability, because of the fact that people were just comparing to Mane. Oh, Mane's better, he's the better player. Whether he's the better player or whatnot, you have to appreciate what Salah's doing. And now the conversation is going to Hazard. Oh, is Salah better than Hazard? Oh, Hazard's better than Salah. Like, can we stop comparing them for a second and just appreciate what Salah's doing right now? Like, seriously. Especially with his goal-scoring record. First season, he scored 32 goals. Second season, 22. The season after that, 19 goals. And the season after that, 22 goals, when we were absolutely crap and we had injuries all along. Consistency at that level is world class, and you have to put him as one of the Premier League greats, especially with the records that he's putting up, and he's won trophies.
So why do you think people sort of would you, just in terms of goals, not in terms of accolades or longevity, in terms of just goal scoring, would you put him in the conversation of Cristiano and Messi? Not whether he's as good as them or thing. Okay.
Not yet, because those two, because obviously Ronaldo's done it in the Premier League and he's done it in the La Liga, and he's done it in the Serie. And Messi's like it was literally like
hasn't he scored a goal in Uber Eats, FC Brugge? Yes. I didn't say anything. I said nothing.
Listen, that's saying it. I'm not saying it. Messi.
I didn't say anything. Like, I have like something stuck in my throat. I didn't say anything. Pause. Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, I can't. Messi's done it for how many years? He even scored 91 goals in a calendar year, which is, I still don't know. I think the numbers might be tainted there. I don't know how he scored 91 goals. But anyways, if Salah does this for another 2 seasons, we need to have a conversation. We need to have a conversation.
No, because my thing. No, you see, I'm okay. Why I say in the conversation of Messi and Cristiano, all because you're in the conversation doesn't mean that you are even on the level. It means that, let's have a conversation. You will lose, but we can have the conversation. we can begin to have the conversation. And why I say we can have the conversation is he plays in a tougher league where I feel that the competition is a lot harder. Because here's my argument. Even when Barca were struggling, it's still Barcelona. La Liga's 2 biggest teams are Barcelona and Real Madrid. Even when Juve were bad and so forth, it's still Juventus, a team that dominated the league for 7, 8 years before you got there, Cristiano. So my thing is, Liverpool are good and so forth, but Liverpool face much tougher competition with the so-called top 6, as opposed to what Cristiano faced in Italy or what him and Messi faced in Spain playing for their respective clubs. So that's why I'm bringing in the whole the arguments there, if you see what I'm saying.
I get it. And personally for me, I would say if you're going to start the conversation, my point to the conversation is that I will wait 2 years until he scores over 20 goals for those 2 seasons. And then I'll say, do you know what? This level of consistency is up there with Messi and Ronaldo at a club where... Oh, sorry, is my mic working? Is
it's working. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Then I'll say, there's no denying that he has to be spoken up there with Messi and Ronaldo. Right now, the only reason why I'm not saying it is because it's only been how many years? I think 5 years now. And Messi and Ronaldo have done it for like 10, 11 years. Like literally half the time Salah's done it. So it is a conversation to be had, but I'm saying, okay, just wait for 2 more seasons. If he does it with 2 more seasons, then let's really talk about this.
Okay, so who else wants to jump in on this?
I think I know why he's
Can I speak?
underrated.
Oh, sorry.
Wait, Core or me?
No.
Can I speak?
Puya, then call Puya. Go for it.
Okay. I think he's underrated. It's because when Liverpool was on their rise with Klopp, right? It was always people were always talking about the front 3 together because they were always playing super well together, playing well off each other. But I think what people fail to realize, and maybe because they're all still playing together in the front line, maybe they look at Liverpool score and they see the front 3 and see, Mane, Salah, and Firmino are playing, right? But people fail to realize that for the past 12 months, it's literally just been Salah. Like, he had no help last year. Mane was abducted by aliens. Bobby Firmino, Firmino's always been overrated. And it's turning out that Jota is just really not that guy. And like, the only thing I'm worried about is that what if this season Mane doesn't come back? What if Jota keeps missing these sitters? What if Bobby doesn't come back? Like,
no, then it's an issue. But you make a very good point. That's why I told you that it's not just how many goals you score; it's when you score these goals. And for me, it's like, okay, compared with Kane. Kane is the epitome of a stats padder. He doesn't score goals that matter. He just scores goals. The thing with Salah's goals is whenever Liverpool needed a goal, he was the guy to score a goal. There's one thing scoring to make it 1-1 or 2-1 as opposed to make it 2-0 or 3-0 or 3-1. Like, take, for example, the Milan game. Out of nowhere, Milan had it at 2-1. Who makes it 2-2? Salah, to turn the game on its head. So my thing is, that's, for me, shows a different quality of goal scorer when you consistently score important goals that change the course of a game for a team. Cole, what do you want to say?
I think Salah, majority of his goals really come from the left side. If you look.
Also, sorry, Cole. By the way, Sean that we know showed me an Instagram video of you dancing to "Jail" from Kanye West's album Donda.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, guys, please check that out. Like I said, man, it's something in the making. I'm gonna continue.
Okay,
so,
cool.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, majority of Salah's goals, he usually uses his left foot to score the goals. And one thing I want to say is, I think right now for me, he's a bit he can't use his weak foot. That's my problem with Salah. I think he's a good player, but I want to see him score a goal with his weak foot. If he can score a goal with his weak foot, I think we can compare him with the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi, but that's, I think, the one downside to his game. He's very good in terms of his explosiveness in the left wing area, and yeah, that's what I would say.
Okay, let me hit this.
What do you think of Robin?
What's that?
What does Cole think of Robin?
Or Messi.
Yeah.
Oh, Iron Robin.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm saying like for me, I think defenders.
What do you think of Robin? What do you think of Robin?
What do I think of Robin? Oh, I think he has to be top 5 best wingers in world football in the 2010 decades. If you were giving it to me, I'm saying Robin's top 5 2010.
But he was heavily left-footed. He didn't use his right foot.
He was heavily left-footed, but the thing is, you couldn't stop him. His explosiveness was too much. You understand? So for me, I'm gonna give. I'll say top 5. Yeah.
I mean, being one-footed and so forth, but still being amazing shouldn't take anything away from you. So the praise you give Robin, you should also give Salah as well, because Salah is still being highly effective with his 1 foot. But wait, hold up.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. So from a boy Yassir's side, bro, Yassir's side says, I'm not going to lie. In the last 5 years, Salah has been the best player and should have maybe been the face of the league. But the English media decried KDB and Lane. I think someone, I don't know who it was, I think it was someone said it in the YouTube comments on the video that I posted, that if Salah was English, people would be going crazy for him. Because I think that, you see, because I think, look, if you live in England, and I'm sure Red Devil and YSK will tell you, is that there is a very xenophobic nature in England. That's why there was a Sky Sports program where, like, they said that, the best foreign player is Henry. No, the best player is Henry. They just say, the best foreign player and the best English player. No. The best player to play in your league is Henry. The best player to play in La Liga is probably Messi. They don't say, Messi is the best foreign player and is the best Spanish. No, because England are obsessed with like England. Like, did you hear this? Basically, like, like they said that they want to make the TV programs more British. So there's now a thing in England where they want to now include more Britishness in TV programs in England. Bro, it's like we're living in the freaking 1800s or so forth. So I believe that Salah, who holds the goal scoring record for a single season Premier League goals and who has consistently been a high tier goal scorer, scoring important goals, I don't think that he gets the credit that he deserves. I think that so much is put onto Kane because he's English. And for me, I just think that KDB gets way too much praise. KDB is quality and so forth, but I think the praise he gets is too much. I think for me, Salah is a dude without. No. As much as people rate him, I still believe that the dude is underrated.
But HH, can I tell you something?
What?
For example, look at Sane. Last season, he scored a lot of goals in the right wing. This is my problem with Salah. I'm saying that if he plays in the right wing area, can he score as much goals as he's scoring in that left wing area that he is right now? Because for me,
why should that matter if he's already doing an amazing job where he is right now? An amazing player is an amazing player. Is an amazing player.
The thing about football is you have to know how to score in different areas. You can't only just rely on being in your preferred position.
No. The thing about football is being effective and winning
being
games.
Effective? Really?
The fact that Salah is winning games for Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that he is as an individual winning games for Liverpool. So
when you're not effective in the left wing, if Salah's not effective in the left wing, and you're trying to say that
but he plays on the right wing. Why does he need to be effective on the left wing when he plays on the right wing?
He's a right winger, Gore.
Yes, he's a right winger. But what I am saying is, when the going gets tough, when it gets hard for him, he has to now step up to the plate. He now has to come up with new ideas. You can't only have one idea when you're playing soccer. You understand?
And at that point, that's the point in which Cole goes into the sin bin.
Basically, he wants Salah to hold Mane's hand as well.
Look, I have no idea what the guy. The guy's. I have no idea. From 765 says, would you consider the La better all round than Zad? No.
This was the point that I wanted to make, really. So
in terms of fitness, yes.
No,
Red Devil. What nonsense do you want to say?
There's no nonsense anything about it. Like, I've been inquiring for a while. Like, at the end of the day, like, you can't compare Mohamed Salah
for longer.
You can't be Manchester to Eden Hazard. They're just not in the same competition at all. First and foremost, you can't. Eden Hazard is a superior player to Mohamed Salah. It's as simple as that. As HH has said several times, one person bored in a World Cup semi. Okay, one person is the best. Okay,
Red Devil, your sarcasm has to be one of the most annoying things I've ever experienced in my life.
It's not really sarcasm. It's stating facts. It's just stating facts.
No, it's sarcasm. Your sarcasm is trash. I can see right through it like water through bottle.
I don't really understand what you're trying to say, HH. What I'm trying to say is that at the end of the day, Eden Hazard at the highest level, okay, has shown what he can do. Peak Zard, exactly. Peak Zard. Mohamed Salah has never reached peak Zard. It's as simple as that. Like he's never reached peak Zard.
I'm gonna ignore Red Devil tongue-in-cheek statements because I know he's been tongue-in-cheek, but it's fine. No, Red Devil's fine. Keep insulting him. I'm gonna ignore your tongue-in-cheek statements, and I'm gonna just say that. I'm gonna say thank you. Cool.
I really quite understand what you mean.
I know, tongue-in-cheek, cool. I'm gonna say that this peak Zard,
okay,
at his best, was top 3 in the world.
Okay.
Do you hear that, audience?
Yeah, I agree.
It was Messi, Neymar, Hazard. That was what peak Zard was. It was Messi, Neymar, then Hazard.
So no Ronaldo.
Salah has never been.
My point. Now I'm not really sure where you're going with this, HH. Like it's what are you trying to say here?
No. I'm saying mom's the word.
Are you agreeing with me? You agree with me?
Mom's the word. Mom's the word. From your boy, Whimsical Thoughts, man. Whimsical Thoughts says, don't think Salah is underappreciated. All those goals didn't win Liverpool anything. If Liverpool had won and no one talked about him, he's underappreciated. Whimsical answer.
What?
No. See, I have to disagree. See, Whimsical, my thing is, Liverpool had ridiculous injuries where your 3 first-choice centre defenders are out, your striker that you just bought was out, and your other quality attacking player had his worst season of his career. So my thing is that we have to take into account you performing under duress. So you're saying that because his goals didn't lead to a trophy? No. For me, I would argue that the fact that his goals got those guys top 4 when they had no business being top 4 is a greater achievement than when he scored all those goals towards UCL.
HH, those goals were not in the World Cup semi, though. This is what needs to be said. Were those goals in the World Cup semi?
Red Devil, if Hazard performed this season,
it's a legit question.
I'm responding. Red Devil, if Hazard performs this season, you know that you're going to be the first person I'm going to think about. And so forth. So
ifs and buts, man.
Well,
I'm just saying.
So like, if he balls
and also relax. Debut season.
That goes for you clowns in the live chat as well, who use fat, sad, overweight, and so forth. You sad losers, because I'm sure your goats don't have any World Cups. Because most of your goats are either Cristiano or Messi, who've never bowled in a freaking World Cup. So if Hazard does perform, let's see what happens. Because Red, yeah.
I want to speak on this.
Yeah. Wait. So, Mohammed says Salah is a right winger. Core. Shake my head. Mohammed, Core is a law unto himself. He's a law unto himself, and we try to help him, but I don't think he can be helped, Mohammed. But yeah, we're trying to say that he's a right winger, right midfielder, and that's where he plays. He doesn't need to play or be good in left winger. From Selection, thank you for the dub. Selection, man, thank you for the dub. Says, laugh out loud. Jota isn't that guy. How do you figure that? By missing one sitter? Laughable. It's football. It happens. He's arguably the second best attacker last season. His first season with the team, much less. Jota, I think you can't. Jota ain't Werner. Okay, Werner is a consistent brick. Jota ain't Morata, who's a consistent brick. Jota had a difficult Euros where you missed some very good chances. Okay, Mr. Sitter now. I have more faith in Jota coming good than I do of Werner or Morata. So I do think that Jota, I still think, is going to be a major player for Liverpool this season, because for me, Mane is moving very funny. And you know how much I am biased towards other fellow black players. But as much as my bias towards black players, Mane is looking a bit iffy. But for Jota, bro, Jota, I think he is the real deal. No, he ain't no Lukaku. But Jota is the real deal. I think missing one sitter and so forth shouldn't be like the be all and freaking end all. I mean, who here feels that Jota is that dude, or do you think that he ain't enough for Liverpool?
I think he's a quality player, but I don't think he's world class.
Oh no! I mean, no, he's not world class, but he's real good. He's real good.
Let's get this straight. Let's get this straight. Nobody ever said he was world class, and I'm not gonna lie. Whoever said Jota isn't that guy, yeah, I don't know what you're watching. Just because you missed one sitter, yes, it was bad. Yes, I know. However, Jota has been so effective when he's coming to Liverpool. He's literally what we needed. Literally what we needed. And you never know, maybe you can improve over the years.
Yeah, I have a question about Jota. Just quickly. So, who was looking at Jota before he went to Liverpool? Is it Jota or is it Klopp making him look as good as he does?
I always say it's Klopp, bro.
It's
Klopp. Because my thing is that Jota was also pretty good at Wolves. I think that he's taking his game to the next level. I think he's taking to the game. And Klopp did it with Salah. Klopp did it with Mane. And he's obviously doing it now with just like Klopp. I think he consistently improves players. And Klopp made Lewandowski. Let's be real. Klopp made Lewandowski.
Made the Bamian.
Yeah. Several guys, don't sleep on Klopp. Like Klopp has made a lot of players due to his coaching. Don't sleep on him. And YSK, go for it, bro.
No, I think everyone's really touched upon everything regarding Salah, but I just think there was a point in time where this guy HH actually rated Harry Kane, aka Larry Lane, above
Never happened. If you play the receipts, I'll kick you out.
Wait, what?
No, Samuel is real.
If you play the receipts,
like Harry Kane, Aguero, Lewandowski, Aubameyang when he was at Germany. These were not one-season wonders who more or less got up to that thing.
You are a sad
but
bastard,
if he hits like 15, which I think he'll hit, or 16, 17,
you're sad.
It was just one amazing season, but no, he's not really that caliber of player.
YSK, you're filth. You are filth. Like YSK, that's the worst. That's the worst thing you've done. You're filth. You're filth.
You actually said
you're
filth.
He did. Yeah, he did.
YSK, that's messed up.
Even Aguero as well. Even Aguero. So
I hate you, bro.
I want Bayern.
I mean, hate is a strong word, but
didn't you rate Icardi ahead of Kane at one point?
Shut up, man.
Against Inter? Bro, I swear to God, you did.
Oh man, poor Cardi.
Shout out to Cardi, man.
Cardi B, shout out to Cardi B.
Yeah, I was gonna say something.
Wait, no. Oh, okay. I made one mistake.
One.
I made one mistake. Everything else I stand by.
You said Morata was better than Lukaku, bro. That kind of stand. That was that was when we signed him for United, man. Come on.
You also said Semedo was one of the best fullbacks in the world.
Yeah, I 100% remember that.
Yeah,
I remember
there's
that.
also that.
Yep.
I mean, like you said, he was great. He's gonna be clutch for
Who
Barca.
else wants to speak on this topic?
Can I speak on that?
Decent defender.
Here's he talk, man. Here's he talk. Here's.
Okay, thank you, bro. I personally think I think you're right about about Salah being one of the best players in the world. You're actually right about him improving Mohamed Salah, because before he joined Liverpool, he was a decent player. He was wingers, but he wasn't scoring the ridiculous amount of goals he did. When he joined Liverpool, I thought he was a decent signing, but in his first season, he scored like 30 or 40 goals. He was on fire. And then the second season, his goal ratio dropped off, but he still scored important goals. He still goes lots of goals. That's why he won like the second in row golden book. So he's a good goal scorer, and that's because Firmino he usually plays as a false nine, so he allows Mane and Salah to drift centre in it, and that's why you see him scoring a lot of goals. With Mane playing as a further, and that is how you get the best of Salah. So he's an amazing player. At his best, he could be one of the best in the world, and he could have that conversation as being one of the best goal scorer, best winger in the inside forward wingers in the world. So that's why I stand by him, Salah. If he does score clutch goal, then great. Then I'll probably rate him even higher.
How many goals does Salah have right now?
Well, I think he scored against Crystal Palace. I'm sure he scored against 4. Yeah, 4. But I think he scored.
I think it's 4 goals.
Scored. Yeah, he did. He scored against AC Milan. Did he score
against Chelsea? He scored against obviously Crystal Palace.
Oh yeah, the penalty. So that's 4 literally. Yeah, he's good though. I mean, I don't. One thing I do. He is left-footed, but even if he plays in the left wing, can he still make an impact there? But if you look at Sané, for example,
why does he need to change wings? I don't get it. Why does he need to change wings? That's his position. Like,
but he literally plays striker. That's what he does. He's a striker. I mean, he's actually a winger, but he plays tactically. Plays a striker. He plays behind Robert Firmino. Yeah, Robert Firmino plays a false 9, and Mane, I think, he plays a bit behind Salah.
HH, are we going to have a conversation about Mane? Are we just going to pretend like, it's not?
No, I think.
No, I think he's under the Hazard protected class.
Mane has 3 goals this season, just one the Salah. It's just nice.
Yeah, I think this whole thing is overhyped. It's just like last season we just played bad. Yeah. That's it.
Is he playing well? I don't think he's playing well.
Firmino was the one that
right. He's playing all right. He could play better.
The reason why he's not scoring a lot of goals for Firmino is because he places a midfielder, attacking midfielder. He works hard with it. He drops into the midfield, plays false 9, just like sometimes Jota does.
So he's a defensive striker.
No, he's a false 9. He's basically a false 9.
He's a false 5, bro.
He's a false 9. He does work hard. The whole team works hard, but he plays attacking.
Wait. Can I ask a question just for everyone? Is that
surely
do people just go on YouTube and type "Half Hope 2015"? Or half hope.
Talk about the 2019. It's even easier than that.
Why? Do you mean where people get these takes from? Is that
no? I mean, as in just how. First of all, why? That's the first thing, because surely there are other things you can do in your life that could be more productive. And second of all, is that so how do you allegedly find this? So you just type in "half hope said."
So it'll be something like.
I think you're right. That's it. You're right. That's probably his evil twin brother.
I think I know what they do. For someone like I can't even pronounce that name he put there. That doesn't. How many consonants are those? Anyway, for someone like LSK Laxon, I think he just looks for whenever you say something controversial, and he just saves it somewhere. So whenever you talk, he just has the receipt for you.
Yeah, he has an Excel spreadsheet.
I think the problem is you've been uploading for quite some time.
Eric, that's alleged receipts.
It's not alleged. It's not alleged.
That's alleged. That's alleged receipts from like 3-4 years ago.
Do you know what the definition
that
of
receipt was?
is?
That's alleged receipt is from. I think Gatwick wasn't even about then. So you did need to have really. And my thing is that, okay, I said it. Because at that time, it made sense when I said it at that time.
Is this the Benzema one we're talking about? Which
HH,
you were talking about?
HH, you also said that William at his best is in the same caliber as Messi. just because
God
he
forbid,
scored.
he did not say that.
Zeman,
He did not say
Zeman,
that.
can you worry about Granada on
No,
Monday?
that's what you said. bro.
Zeman, can you worry?
Enough.
Zeman, you lost 3-0 to Bayern Munich.
Damn,
Zeman, you lost 3-0 to Bayern Munich.
William at his best.
Zeman, worry about getting top 4 in La Liga.
Bro,
Worry about getting top 4 in La
William
Liga.
at his best is in the same level.
Messi plays for PSG. Zeman, Messi plays for
Bro,
PSG.
we got Ansu Fati, we
Zeman,
got a brother. in line,
Zeman,
bro.
I don't.
I'm good, bro. We got a brother.
Wait, hold on. Zeman, I don't want to see you wear that Messi Barcelona shirt. I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you wear that
Please
Messi
search
Barcelona
it,
shirt.
bro. Please search it. That William.
I don't want to see that.
I think he deleted it.
All right, so wait. Let me get some of these dubs, man. Let me get some of these dubs, man. But yeah, like I don't want to see you shout Messi's name.
No, we got Ansu Fati.
We can
bro.
lose
Why do we need
eight
that, bro?
names. So from your boy, RLC Redemption Season. Hey, that's a chick, baby. Let's go back. So Salah has never. Thank you for the dub. Salah has never been the best player whenever Liverpool has won anything. VVD equals CL, Mane equals Premiership, Hazard equals Premiership, Kante equals Premiership, Van Persie equals Premiership, 4 years and counting. You can say that. You see, the money thing is difficult because I'm sure Samuel, you will know this. So when Liverpool won the title that season, Mane's goals won the most points. But without Salah's goals, they still don't win that league title. So if you were to take Salah's goals away and just leave Mane's goals, they don't win the title. If you took Mane's goals away and leave Salah's goals, they don't win the title. I'm not. Okay, Samuel. Let me even ask you as a Liverpool fan. That season that Liverpool won the title, who would you say was Liverpool's best player?
Liverpool's best player. That's mad because that was actually a team effort. That was literally like a team effort. I don't think there was any standout guy that was really like. I mean, Henderson. I'm saying Henderson because it was literally because he was the engine of the team. But a lot of his Salah's goals were very important.
I'm seeing a lot of VVD in the chat. A lot of guys saying VVD.
This is where I don't agree with this guy super chat. He said VVD. Yeah, now VVD when we won the Champions League, yeah, was very important. Yeah, probably the best. But Salah was up there.
What the heck, bro?
He's just looking at the
I love awkward, but I love awkward. I just want to say, is someone gonna say something? So I think yeah. Wait. I think Samuel's pressure went into crazy. I mean, look.
Sorry, baby mother. Anyways,
baby mama.
What?
Actually, that came off wrong. Actually, so yeah. So go continue.
I'm joking. Sorry. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Literally, yeah. So, does everyone remember Salah saving us in the Champions League against Napoli?
Yes,
that was the season.
Oh, the 1-0, right?
Yeah.
Where he scored from a crazy angle.
Yeah, but that was. I thought that was what your keepers is what saved you, really, if I recall that.
Oh,
peppering that goal.
I won't lie to you. It was a good save. Alisson made himself big, but I can't lie. Who was the striker there? I think he crumbled under the pressure and hit it straight at him. Not taking anything away from Alisson, but yeah. But no, Salah, he's been up there. Like his goals against the little team. Even okay, let's just say this.
No, but because I think the point the guys make is that whenever Liverpool have won a trophy, either the CL or Premier League, was Salah the best player?
Yes, he was. You can't deny that. Even against big teams, top 6 teams, he always scores. You can't take that away from him. So I don't understand this narrative.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, now I'm finished.
Okay, yeah.
Let me speak on this.
Okay, I'll come to you, bro. So, from Thanos City, Great goal scorer, awful with the ball, can't dribble. Now that's I'm going to push back on. Now, I used to say that Salah was nothing more just a goal scorer. I think he has improved his football mechanics. Now, he ain't no Neymar without the beer belly or Messi or so forth. But Salah's football is good, though. When he wants to, he can dribble. Now, not that the most amazing dribbler and so forth. I wouldn't he wasn't pick that. But when he wants to, Salah can dribble. From Dali Dirani says, different topic, but I don't understand how Bayern isn't far and away regarded as the best team in the world. Even their defense looks scary this year. Dali, you're moving ahead. I mean, Dali, I'm going to come back to your super chat because that's going to be our next topic, bro. So we're going to talk. So I'm going to revert back to that super chat in our next topic. Mohammed, thank you for the super chat. He says that Latzad, as hash, in 245 appearances, had 139 goals and assists. Salah, in 163 appearances, has 137 goals and assists, levels to this. Now, let me just read this again. So, Mohammed, who I'm sure the football fan, Hazard, but he calls him Latzad because he's a hater. 245 appearances, 139 goals and assists. That's for Latzad, as he calls him. Salah, 163 appearances, 137 goals and assists. Levels to this. Guys, is football merely just stats and numbers? That's the first thing. Second thing is, I don't know what happened to Hazard once he moved to Real Madrid. I have no idea. So we can't count what has happened to Real Madrid because this is like a mystery. So I think it is unfair to now judge him based on what has happened at Real Madrid. But I'm sorry. I'm not going to budge from this. Hazard, at his best, was top 3 in the world. That's a fact. Salah, you're my G, my main guy. You've never been top 3 in the world, ever. And that's just facts. One dude was top 3 in the world at a point. Another dude is a great, amazing goal scorer, but you were not top 3.
Just to clarify, HH, being like top three in the world, is it not reasonable to expect like a Champions League or a World Cup associated with that level of performance?
No, it's not. Do you know why Red Devil? It's based on how good you are as an individual.
Okay. So if you're that good as an
in terms
individual,
of ability.
Okay. So but if you're that good as an individual, it would at least follow that you would at least at some point win one of those trophies in your career.
Let me respond. Oh, no, okay. My response
at some point in the career, anyway.
I know. But my response to that is: do you think Neymar would lead Chelsea to a UCL with that Chelsea team that Hazard had? Do you think Messi would lead Chelsea to a UCL with that team that Hazard had?
But the thing is that like the Eden Hazard team has been in high quality teams that should be opponents. So, for example,
you didn't answer this question. Answer the question.
I suspect that a team of Eden Hazard should be able to be a Wales team, for example, in a Euros. I would expect that if a team that has.
This is why Eric. He's hating. Eric is just hating. Eric is like I deal with this all the time. It's fine.
You give me an example where like Chelsea that Eden Hazard couldn't achieve with the quality that he had. And I'm giving you an example of an idea where he had a good quality team but underachieved when he should have achieved more than he should have. That's essentially what I'm saying here. So, but I don't know. I just think that it doesn't make sense.
Oh no, I know. But just like West Ham, like young boys, like
I'm not sure West Ham young boys have to do. Eden Hazard has not played against those.
I know, but like young boys are just around. Like these guys are so young.
Yeah,
why are boys so young? That's the thing.
The problem is the club that you're talking about has more Champions Leagues than Eden Hazard. That's what I'm trying to get at. More Champions Leagues. So, he needs to at least have something like that.
In the last 5 years, who's won more trophies? Hazard. In the last 5 years, who's won more trophies? Hazard or Man United?
We're talking about the top level.
Can you answer the question?
but that's fine.
This is shameless, bro. This guy was injured majority of those seasons.
Guys, can I answer a question? So from Sunke Sokod, who says, Suleiman is a bomb. So is YSK, HH Red, Vilton Zima. Soka, thank you for the donation. You brainless
Bro,
moron.
I swear this guy
Thank
does
you
that
for
every
including
time.
me in the bum list, man.
Oh no.
You didn't include me last time.
Do you know what's scary? You are donating to abuse people. Do you know how scary that is? Do you know what it means to pay money to abuse people?
No,
Guys,
collect the check and don't question it, bro. Just be like, what's up? Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to
Zima,
you.
yeah, thank you. Sorry, yeah. Shout out to you, yeah. Shout out to you, bro. Yeah, thank you.
Keep doing what you're doing, bro.
But before I come to you, Infinite, let me hear this from Whimsical. So, Whimsical, thank you for the dub, Whimsical. So, Whimsical Thought says, in Liverpool's winning seasons, Mane and VVD were the best players. Yes, Salah did his thing, but Mane and VVD were the were more important pieces. Also, isn't Salah one of the most marketed players by Liverpool outside of the UK? He makes a fair point. Who was up for the Ballon d'Or? You know, he makes a fair point. Who was up for the Ballon d'Or in 2019? It was VVD. So I think VVD won the FIFA award, didn't he?
Yeah.
So Van Dijk won the FIFA award, and obviously Messi won the Ballon d'Or. So the fact that VVD was up for that award and top three, it's real. And see, has Salah ever been top three? I know it's bad and so forth, but Salah ever been top three in a best playlist, either the FIFA or the Ballon d'Or one? He hasn't. You know, so he does make a point that as good as Salah has been when they've won the trophy, Premier League, many would say either VVD or Mane. CL, most guys said it would be VVD. So that might be something that's maybe perhaps counts against it. Oh yeah, he's super marketed.
This is why I say wait until 2 seasons. So let's say Liverpool do win something this season. You can't deny Salah. You just can't deny him. That's why I say just wait.
Oh no, but it's why I was talking about the whole Mane Salah things that I don't think Salah has ever had a season where he's been the best, outside the best, most important player for Liverpool when they've won something. Like Salah was the best player for Liverpool last season, 100%, but didn't win anything, but it was based on everything. But the issue is, when have you been the best player that have led Liverpool to a trophy? Hence why he wasn't on that Ballon d'Or shortlist, but VVD was, and it was between VVD and Messi because VVD was out and out Liverpool's best and most important player that led them to a Champions League and 1 point behind Man City. So that's just the one thing that Salah is missing, that you've been the best, most important player in a trophy-winning season. Infinite, you wanted to talk. Infinite.
Yeah, Salah. Samuel, I have a song for you, bro. Mo Salah, running down the wing. Mo Salah, running down the wing. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for that beautiful song. Yeah. Okay, Salah.
What the hell?
Did you just thank yourself for singing?
Yes, I did thank myself because nobody thanked me. So
I say thank you for that.
What the hell was that?
Okay, Salah. So you see, 2019, 2017, you got Premier League.
Hey,
I don't care about the comments, bro.
Sluts running, bro. He keeps HH sluts running.
I don't care about the comments, man.
I mean, respect to you.
Okay, yeah. So, hey, let me land. Yeah. So Premier League Golden Boot 2019, 2017. Well, I'll give Salah credit for getting CAF Confederations Africa's finest 3 years in a row. I don't know if that's an achievement to you, HH, because I don't see any Nigerian players in there, bro. But yeah, carrying on. Salah has been quite influential for Liverpool, but I will challenge Samuel on
Okocha taught Ronaldinho everything he knows. So.
Oh, I don't care. Yeah.
Samuel,
I will challenge you about Salah being very influential in the CL, because that Napoli game, yes, that goal was very crucial, but What about the first leg between Barcelona? Because I remember Salah specifically having very good chances, and then he fluffs his lines, or I remember him hitting the post. And then in the second leg, he really didn't show up. If we're being honest, it was really just Trent, and a lot of other outfield players, excluding Salah. But I also wanted
I'm
to
gonna
ask,
respond to that.
what season is it in England? Is it autumn? Because this guy only has yellow cards for taking off his shirt, bro. Like, come on, man.
It's not
It's
autumn
Crystal
yet,
Palace, bro.
Technically it's not autumn yet.
Oh
It's
yeah,
autumn in a few
okay.
days.
Yeah. Like, keep
Yeah.
your shirt on, bro. Like, it's cold outside. We're playing football
Oh
here.
no. Have you heard of
Very
global
nice.
warming? It's very hot. It's very hot, man, bro.
Oh yeah.
We have global warming.
Yeah, I
Climate
was just
change.
wondering.
Trump.
Like, I was just wondering why this guy has his shirt off. But yeah, if we're looking at the seasons that Liverpool have won trophies, like the Champions League, Premier League, Salah has been very influential. We can't deny that. But in the crucial games, it's usually been Mane showing up. But I've always said this about we only mentioned those two, but I've always said this about specifically Roberto Firmino. That guy's best quality is his smile. He's a happy meal. He has a very nice smile, bro.
His teeth are fake, so.
And then, well, HH, did you see the picture of him basically with his pregnant wife, and then
No,
he's
I
sticking
didn't.
his
I
head out,
didn't.
so it
I
looks.
didn't. I didn't see it. I didn't see it with Radman's wife. That's inappropriate. We'll continue.
Well, what about Rafaela? Because aren't you guys like getting it on or something?
So as I told you, anybody that disrespects anyone that disrespects my baby gets into the sin bin. So Puya.
Bring back LSK, man. Bring back LSK, man. Where's he's not?
Oh no. I think no. He's gone. He's gone. He's. I think he disconnected, man. Well, I mean, ask if you're about, tell me so I can make space for you, bro. Puya, are you there, bro?
Yeah.
Now, I want to refer back to another super. Whoa, what the heck?
What was that?
Oh, is everyone fine there? So, I want to go back to a super that was put out there. So let me just put this in there like this. So from who was it? It was where was it again, man? I can't even find it. The name of the bomb. Salah literally is. Okay, so from Dali Didirani, who said different topic, but I don't understand how Bayern isn't far and away regarded as the best team. Oh, sorry, but before let me just hit this one from Kelvin Teteharu. Thank you for the job. It says Hazard is one sandwich away from being fat. His world-class days are long gone. He should apply for King Borger's job at this point. Kelvin Tahiro, that's very disrespectful, and I think that's very rude. You shouldn't fat shame people. And Kelvin Tahiro, I don't want you to be a coward. If Hazard shows up and performs, I need you to come back and apologize. So if he performs and he shows up and he balls, Kelvin's a hero. I need you to.
No, he said I should do the Facebook thing for you, right? I don't know. Can you say after that? Can you just try it? You just
Or your mic's on, bro.
Or mute.
What is it?
Oh damn it! He muted. Damn it! He muted.
Shout out to him in his Facebook ever.
Oh. So course, so the Lord to his husband. So yeah, Kelvin a hero, man. You need to apologize when it comes. So I want to come back to what Dali Derani says. So it's a different topic, but I don't understand how Bayern isn't far and away regarded as the best team in the world. Even their defense looks scary this year. So I want to come to you, Puya, because I watched some of the Bayern game. I was watching some of the Bayern Bochum game, and Bayern look very good. Mm-hmm. Very, very good indeed. Can you judge them by how good they are based off how they're playing against VFL Bochum. Because see, Poya, here's the thing. Nobody in that CL group is going to challenge them. And their so-called closest challengers, Barcelona, they wiped the floor with them in their own home ground. So Bayern are probably not going to be properly challenged until they get to the CL knockout stage. So if we just look at their performance, this is in the Bundesliga and so forth, can we still make an assessment of how good they are or how good Leroy Sané is? Or should we still say a good performance is a good performance is a good performance?
I think it's like, I don't know why, because the 7-0 win today, like, I saw on, like, Twitter, it, like, sparked the whole Ballon d'Or debate again and, like, about Bayernliga and everything. Like, Bochum is a relegation-bound team. Like, it's like when Man City wipes Norwich 6-0. Like, everyone's like, oh, okay, good performance. Like, no one's saying, oh, they're like the best team in the world. So, like, you can't – I'm a Bayern fan. I'm not 7-0. I woke up and I watched the game like 7-0. Okay, cool. Next game. Because, like, it's Bochum, man. Like, they're going to go back to Bundesliga 2 and maybe get relegated again back into the regional league. But the one thing I take away from games like this is I like to watch Bayern's defense, because something I've noticed under Nagelsmann is that under Flick, any team we played, it could be the 18th place, last place team in the league. Flick's team under Flick, we always conceded like chances, like 1v1s against
on the counter attack.
Yeah, on the counter, like all the time, even against 18th place teams and like Köln and all that. But under Nagelsmann, I've noticed that that's not happened. The only time that's happened really was in this first full game with like the full squad against Mönchengladbach, where we tied 1-1 in the first game of the season. But I give him a pass on that because like that was the first game Bayern had under Nagelsmann with their full squad. But what I've noticed is that's not happening anymore. There isn't many 1v1 chances Neuer's having to face, those are the things I take away. But from these games, I don't take away anything from the attack because, like, to be honest, Sané's free kick goal, like the guy ducked. They ducked the wall.
Yeah, that's why the keeper was basically pissed off.
Yeah, the wall ducked. Like they cowered it out. Like that was pretty sad to see. And it was only like 0-0 at the time. Like, why are you ducking when it's 0-0? Like, that's pretty sad, right?
No, but see, because I named this topic Bayernsliga. Don't you see a major problem in this league? Because you can't call this a competition.
Yeah.
I have nothing that Bayern is doing is wrong. You might say it's unethical. You might say it's immoral. It's not wrong. It is what it is. But can we call the Bundesliga a competition when a team that's already strong keeps getting stronger by taking teams from the other teams, and these guys are smacking guys 6-0, 7-0, 5-0 in the league? Because when I used to grow up, when I was growing up and so forth, I used to just watch all the leagues. And my interest in watching the leagues is, oh my gosh, who's going to win? Because, whenever World Soccer would come through, World Soccer would basically show you clips of matches of the leagues from all around the world. And then I just like to keep up on the league table of like, who's going to win? Oh, a few points here. So I find it generally exciting to see, who's going to win La Liga, who's going to win Bundesliga, who's going to win these leagues. But there is zero doubt as to what's going to happen because Wolfsburg are not going to last. They ain't going to last.
We're probably going to smash them when we face them in the winter. It's going to be bad. Yeah.
So do you see it as a problem, or are you like, it is what it is?
No, I think it's a problem. Like, I'm not going to sit here and like bask in Bayern's glory, like, oh, look at all these league titles that we've won in a row, right? But you said something interesting. I don't know when it was in the past week, but you were talking about Pep and like people were saying, brought up a quote by Pep, his most satisfying league win was when they won by 1 point, right? That's how, at this point, as a Bayern fan, that's how I feel. Out of these last league titles, we won the 18-19 season was like the most satisfying one because Dortmund literally took us to the very, very, very last day of the season. On Robin and Ribery's like farewell day, and it was like a really good day. Robin and Ribery both scored. We won the title on that day. And even
but Dortmund choked. Dortmund choked.
They were up by 3. But see, it was still 1,000 times more satisfying than having the league wrapped up by March, which is probably what's going to happen this year. Because Dortmund can't keep a clean sheet, Leipzig can't win a game, and Wolfsburg is going to collapse, and all
No,
the other teams are inconsistent. So yeah, there is a problem, and I hope it changes. Last season was okay. Leipzig took us maybe to match day 28, but then the last 4 games of the season, it was wrapped up. But it is a problem because the only reason I find it as a problem as a Bayern fan is that if we start wrapping these leagues up again by April or March, it's going to become like what happened under Pep. Under Pep, he would wrap these up by March, and then the team would lose its sharpness, and they would put up really crappy performances in the Champions League knockouts, which is part of the reason I think Pep.
But then, because I did some research, so 1920 season, they won the league by, I think, 18, 19 points or something.
I think it was,
and that was a treble-winning season. Wait, let me even pull it up. So Bundesliga. So because that's what I like to check is the season in which they win the Champions League. What was the league stage? So 1920 season, Bayern had 82 points, Dortmund had 69 points, and they scored 100 goals.
Yeah.
So I believe that was probably wrapped up, probably around March or April or so forth. But then again, COVID. So because of COVID, it sort of staggered the whole season.
Yeah.
So therefore, maybe Bayern had a little bit much more rest time and so forth to maybe acclimatize and refocus. And also remember, it was one game. But guys, can we just get rid of that whole one game thing? Even if it was 2 legs, Bayern would have still mesmerized everybody in that Champions League. Okay, like they were way and away the best team that year. But I just still feel that. Yeah, I just think that more kind of competition is in. Let me just read. So from your boy Whimsical Thoughts says, for some reason, thank you for the dub, bro. He says, for some reason, I believe Nagelsmann will improve Musiala and Sane by coaching the heck out of them. Excited to see both these youngsters' future. You see, this is what I even said, because this is what I tweeted out. Musiala looks like this guy is going to be a very exciting talent. Don't put too much pressure on him. Let him just go out and earn his stripes. I've always liked Sane. And I remember way back when I always said that Sane was the better player than Sterling. Sterling was maybe more effective and Sterling was maybe more in line with what Pep wanted to do. But as a footballer, Sane was always a superior footballer to Sterling. And I said, no, once you get the best out of Sane, this guy is a superb player and super dangerous. So my thing is, we just said before, Bayern are one of the big... For me, Bayern are the main favorites for the UCL. They're the main favorites for the UCL. Under Nagelsmann, and if they could get Sane and Thingy throwing, it's going to be crazy. Red Devil, Bayernliga, man. Is it a problem?
I mean, it's always been a problem. I mean, they obviously they got what was it? Nagelsmann's a bit up Meccano were at Leipzig last season, and now they're not. So it's Bayern's league. I don't think anyone realistically genuinely believes that Bayern aren't going to win the Bundesliga this season. So really, we're just looking at Bayern Munich in the Champions League. The only thing I would say, obviously, to Bayern is that, unlike a PSG, for example, that are just stuck in sort of, I say PSG, they lost the league to Lille last season. So in theory, PSG that don't convert that domestic success to European success, Bayern Munich have consistently been able to do what they do in the Bundesliga and at the same time go and still dominate Europe. So this is just the thing. It's like you can hate what you want about the Bundesliga is not competitive, is whatever, but then they're still able to be very competitive in the Champions League.
That's the flip side.
So it's like, well, clearly overall, they're ultimately Bayern Munich are an example of a club where you like or not that is run very, very well, that makes good signings. They've obviously hired a good coach. They have a structure. So I know people are very quick to say, Bayern buy all the players in the Bundesliga and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, they are also run well as a football club. They don't waste money on anything. They
never break the wage structure.
They never break the wage structure. The bank clearly with hiring coach and stuff like that, like Nagelsmann and something like that. They have plans and stuff like that in place. So they are one of the definitive examples of how you run a football club and how you bring, you don't have to pour in 500, 600 million pounds, to sort of compete, where you can actually run a football club well and actually have like long-term success and long-term objective success. So at the end of the day, like, you can't hate. I do think that the we've talked about this before about the way that the pay structure is and TV right distribution in Bundesliga isn't right. And I personally think that it should be distributed more fairly amongst the other Bundesliga teams, and maybe that might give some more into the Bundesliga, rather than all the rights being sort of skewed TV right wise towards Bayern. But outside of that, no, you can't hate them, So, and obviously, from the German FA's point of view, like, Bayern Munich is essentially part of the breeding ground for the German national team as well, and their focus is obviously on competing and winning the World Cup. And I've got no doubt that the connection between Flick and Jürgen and obviously Nagelsmann and Bayern, the German FAs are going to be thinking, listen, we also have an eye on winning that World Cup. At the end of the year, we're looking at what Nagelsmann is doing. Flick obviously still knows a lot of these players. We want to win the World Cup and get our dominance back. So yeah, that's it.
Who else wants to jump in on this whole Bayernsliga?
Can I jump? Can I jump?
I'll go next.
Or okay, Heresy, then Undisputed Heresy.
I personally think that, as Red said, the Bayern Munich are very, very run clubs. Everything is fantastic. They've got the best youth talents in Germany. They bring the best coaches. They got structures. They don't overspend a lot of money. I think what the solution I think there is a problem, about Bundesliga. In order for Bundesliga to be competitive, I just don't think that you can't stop Bayern Munich from, even if you stop Bayern Munich of stealing players from the Bundesliga, that's not going to solve the problem. Where would these players go? Well, do you think they're going to stay here and sign a new contract within respective? No, but if they think they're good enough, they probably move to any club like Chelsea, Liverpool, or Real Madrid. Look at Kai Havertz, for example. Bayern Munich was solely massively linked with them.
But the issue is that if you're a neutral, or let's say you're watching the league from outside of it, how can you get excited for the matches when you already know who's going to win?
Yeah, but
because one team is just super overpowered. So it's like, oh, Bayern beats Dortmund. Yeah, we know. Bayern beats Wolfsburg. Yeah, we know. Is that because they're supposed to? Because the gap in quality is gargantuan and it keeps increasing by every single year. They keep getting better and the gap keeps widening every single year.
Yeah, but I just personally don't think that Bayern stopping Bayern Munich from getting these players. DFB, German FA could easily do that. But what will happen is these players, they probably move to PSG, they probably move to Real Madrid, they might move to Barcelona, they might move to Juventus. And if Bayern weren't allowed to buy those players, they probably do exactly the same thing, because they are so well run clubs, they're so efficient, they find a way of improving the teams from other leagues, so they're going to get stronger anyway. So the only way for this to remain competitive, if you scrape up the 50+ run rule, so that means you get like a foreign investments having a full control of the club, like in the Premier League, so they can make a big sum signing and they can increase the wage structure, and that's it. And then they can pay wages and get a lot of players and stop them from moving to Bayern Munich. That's the only way. I just don't think Bayern Munich stopping them buying players. And the reason they do that is because they want to be efficient. But if we stop them, then it's just not going to solve any problem. Bayern are going to get stronger anyway.
Okay. So before I come to Undisputed, man, Kelvin Sahiro, thank you for the dub. Hazard eats a cheeseburger after every first half of a game. Hazard needs to go to Sean Dyche for redemption. Also, Hazard is a dribbling merchant. Kelvin Tahiri, you're talking about a guy who was one of the best players at the World Cup, and talking to a guy who was top 3 players in the world. And talking to a guy who was. Let me respond to this guy. I'm talking to a guy who was the closest thing to Messi and Neymar at his peak. Kelvin, I know you don't like it and so forth, but he did more at a World Cup than your so-called GOATs, without Twitter fare and without hype and so forth. Kelvin, if he shows up at this
Not
Wales. No. If he shows up this year in this season, Kelvin, I need a double space apology from you.
I have
What's
a
my
question
name?
before
Have hope.
Undisputed goes.
Oh, okay, wait. Actually, let me Undisputed. Talk to me.
Red Devil Studios, he says you can't hate. Actually, I can hate. I actually hate him very much. Anyway, moving on. I think this whole Bundesliga thing is a complete waste.
Wait, what?
Just get rid of the league as a whole.
Wait, check back. What are you talking about?
Hold on.
You said you hate Bayern. Hate Bayern. You were like, you can't hate the way they run business. No. They're running this league into the ground, man. They need to get rid of the 50+1 rule, first of all. You got Red Bull over here. They want to spend money in their team, and you don't even let them because these guys are a bunch of idiots.
Because it's fan. It's obviously fan ownership.
No. You're running your league into the ground. And at the current rate, you're gonna be.
No. This person has a point there because it's like, okay, it's fan ownership and everything, but this fan ownership is blocking the fact of an oil owner to come in and say, "Oh, you want to spend? Well, we have."
But Germany would. Riots would rise. People would burn the country down if you got rid of this.
When we're talking about,
I think the one thing people are forgetting, right, is that Borussia Dortmund was bankrupt at one point, and when they were bankrupt, they had to ask Bayern Munich for help. Can you imagine?
Bayern gave them 5 million euros to survive back in like 2003.
So no. Okay, so what's the alternative? So basically, we are left with Bayern will take your best players, your best managers, and just cannibalize the league, as opposed to, hey, I have 500 billion. I'm going to come in and I'm going to get this guy, because I can afford them, whereas Bayern can't.
Okay,
my thing is, what is the buffer to Bayern? Because as of right now, let's get real.
People are missing the biggest point. The Bundesliga is falling behind the Premier League because of this rule. That's why the Premier League can keep buying the Bundesliga's best players because of this stupid rule.
The same argument can be made for Serie A or La Liga or even the French league.
There's nothing wrong with Serie A. There's nothing wrong with Serie A.
Most of the countries, most of those clubs now have been saddled with considerable amounts of debt that have been under poor ownership for several decades. I mean, AC Milan classically is a very good example of like completely not a mismanagement in the last 7
But at the end of the day, isn't Serie A more competitive than Bundesliga right now?
We could talk. I mean,
it is.
Inter Milan. I know they had to sell some players last summer, but before that, they were spending a lot of money, spent big money on Lukaku and other players in order to get the team they needed to get to beat Juventus. Nobody could do that.
Inter Milan literally had to sell the best players.
I know, but they
could not afford.
Okay.
Inter just bought Premier League.
That's true. But they did spend a lot of money before that. They spent a lot of money on guys like Lukaku to build a team to overthrow Juventus. Nobody in Germany can even do that. Germany is a completely useless and dead league. To be honest.
When you try to do it. When you try to do it, the fans and the country I think there's a culture thing as well. It's just not accepted or liked when a club like
you already have RB Leipzig. Just let them spend money now. Like, what is RB Leipzig really?
No. See, we have to stop because Undisputed actually makes a really good point here. You see, the 50+1 rule is nice and cute. It's very Disney Plus. It's very Disney Plus, but the fact of the matter is, this is why I get to people that club football is cutthroat and it's about mercenaries. This club football is business. It is the world of commerce. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. It is what it is. It isn't the purity of international football where this is your country and it's your country until you retire. Club football is cutthroat, buy. And I believe that in every league, there should be a freedom and a culture of, if I have money and have enough money, I can buy whomever and whatsoever if I can convince them to come and join my team.
The amount of dodgy owners. This is the problem. This is the problem. Like it's very easy.
Okay, Red Devil.
Wait, hold on.
Sorry, this would only work.
Can I speak?
Sorry, go on.
Undisputed, Red Devil, then call. Undisputed.
Okay, the problem is this 50+1 rule would only work if everyone else in Europe cooperated, meaning if England cooperated, Spain, all these countries also cooperated. But England is more than happy to clubs like Man City and Chelsea being bought by billionaires and just spending their weight of money. So the Bundesliga ends up getting raided every single season. And Bayern is the only team that actually has the financial strength to keep their players. So it's completely pointless. I mean, maybe if in an ideal world where there was some kind of, financial cost cap or like a salary cap or something like that, then maybe, yeah. But the way football is, it's holding German football back severely, in my opinion. And the Bundesliga is going to die eventually.
It's not 50
Okay,
plus one.
wait, hold on. Okay, let me come to Red Devil, and then Red Devil, talk to me.
Okay, first of all, I don't know how. I guess it fundamentally depends what you're holding about German football, because last time I checked, England haven't won a World Cup and Germany have recently. So whatever it is that the Germans are doing with their on a grassroots level up into the leagues must be working, because the way they perceive success in English in football,
league and international is completely different.
No. Well, see, but that's the thing. You're saying that. But you're saying that, but if you go back to 2000 when I think Germany, I think it was I can't remember, what was it? Was it the 2002 World Cup?
Possibly?
Yeah,
possibly. Like there was a complete overhaul, at the grassroots level, and the Bundesliga, the German FA, they all came together to say, listen, we need to actually act right now to change German football at a grassroots.
They changed German football. You said, how many international trophies has Germany won post 2002? In the 20 years, they won one. Do you know how many they won in the 20 years prior to 2002?
And England with
no. I'm comparing Germany because you say it made a difference, right? The whole overthrow. I know they hype it up, right?
Yeah.
The whole overthrow. You think it made a
difference? No. And England spent more, and they haven't won any. So that's
only one major trophy in 66. So yeah,
that's one side.
Okay. Why don't you compare them to Italy then, instead of England? Why don't you compare them to Italy?
But see, the point that Red Devil made is very key, because my thing is, what do we consider the best league, the most famous league? It's the Premier League. That is considered like the marquee league and so forth. But the Premier League is English, and England have only won one major trophy in their entire history. Yeah. Germany, when they did the rehaul and everything, because my thing is that forget about just winning, it's also performance. So 06, they reached the semi-final. 08, they reached the final. 2010, they reached the semi-final. 2012, they reached the semi-final. And 2014, they became winners.
Okay, do you think that has anything to do with the 50+1 rule? Or do you think that's because Germany is the largest first world country that has football or soccer as a primary sport?
So you're saying that Germany has
a bigger
football isn't the same as Spain, Portugal, Italy, and so forth?
No.
Right,
I know. But people say Germany's team always looks good, right? Do you know the population of Germany? 80 million. England 55, I think. France 60.
So
I know people don't think this is relevant, right? People don't think this is relevant, but it is.
So China should be amazing.
50+ definitely has an impact, because if it weren't for 50+1, young kids would not be into football in the first place. And eventually, when they do get interested into football, why? Because in Germany, you have things such as low ticket prices. Let's look at, for example, the person that was on Sky talking about Manchester City and their ticket issues, right? He was saying how there's many tourists at Manchester United and Liverpool's grounds, right? And obviously, there's tourists everywhere, but in Germany, it's much different, because if you have affordable tickets, then everyone can watch in what German city that match is being held in. And that's the thing, because when you have a lot of people in your community being involved with your team, then absolutely, that is what has helped Germany so much. Because you look at, I think Goretzka, for example, I heard something about how his family was attached to Bochum, and that's what got him interested to football. The same thing is happening for many players who their families have gotten attached to their clubs, and eventually they've risen the ranks and they've become players for the national team.
Can I actually respond to that real quick? There seems to be this myth that ever since Germany reinvented himself in 2002, that they've suddenly become much better, right? Germany in the last 20 years has won one major trophy. Do you know what Germany won from 1982 till 2002 in the 20 years previous to the so-called reinventing themselves? They won the Euros and they won the World Cup. So Germany's results haven't actually gotten better with time. They've always been good throughout history always been good. Long before this whole 50+1 rule nonsense, long before this whole reinventing themselves, Germany has always been good. Italy does not have a 50+1 rule of any kind, and yet Italy is just as successful as Germany at international football. So don't give me this argument. The problem here is, I don't know why we've gone on to talk about international football because it's not relevant. The problem is that the Bundesliga is a waste of time. Well, Red Devil Studio, you can't explain to me why Italy is just as successful as Germany.
Okay, so specifically, why do you believe that the Bundesliga is a waste of time based off lack of competition?
Complete lack of competition.
Okay,
Zero
so
competition.
It's not just
the fact. No, it's not just the fact that there's a lack of competition. It's the fact that there's no hope for competition because no one has the money to even compete. If there was like a team like PSG, which is inconsistent, but they have the money to build a good team, there would be hope, right? Maybe the Bundesliga can be good. As it stands right now, not only is there no competition, there isn't even a hope. And that's the worst part.
Then it's not just saying, okay, but then you're then comparing about Italy, even though Inter Milan literally just won the first in 10 years. So I don't understand.
I was talking. Sorry, Red Devil C. I was talking. Italy doesn't have a 50+1 rule, and Italy is just as successful as Germany at international football.
Okay, but Italy was.
Yeah, I know, but wait, guys. Let's go on. Hold up. Let's just remove international football. Let's talk about leagues and let's just stick on the competitive of leagues and so forth. So my thing is, so Italy is anything can happen and so forth. But my issue, the thing why Juve dominated for so long is just that you just had a situation where economically, how clubs were run, no clubs were in a position to really make things happen. Now, although AC Milan were sort of in that position, because I think they were bought up by a Chinese company, came in, but they just made some really bad signings, bad signatures, and that was unable to uproot them. But my thing is that at least there was a possibility. The issue with the Bundesliga here, and this whole 50+1 rule is, how do Bayern not win the next 2, 3, 4, 5 titles? How? Just because, unless it's literally a miracle, how? You're talking about a 38-game season. Over a 38-game season, you need a quality squad. The story of Leicester City is a once-in-a-lifetime story. Once in a lifetime. The closest thing to Leicester City was Blackburn Rovers in '95. And that was because Shearer just went crazy and ballistic. Now Valencia is still one of the biggest clubs. I say, okay, Valencia when they won La Liga that time, but they're still one of the biggest clubs. I think Deportivo may have won the league at one point. But my thing though is, for most of these times, to be able to compete over a 38-game season, you need an amazing squad. Now, in a UCL, in a DFB Pokal or so forth, who knows? It's not knockouts. League,
it's not
9.99 times out of 10, you need a quality squad because that's its consistency.
Wait, I just want to. Yeah.
Wait, hold up. Zeman and then Kwon. So Zeman.
Yeah, in terms of competitiveness, you are right. In terms of league titles, we look at the amount of trophies that Bayern has won in the Bundesliga. They've won like 31, which is like 6 times more than the second, which is Dortmund and Mönchengladbach. That's true. But we're looking at it from an outside perspective. We're not looking at it from an inside perspective. Inside perspective is totally different. It's their culture. They want to have ownership of their own club. It's much like the same way in Bilbao. They have this certain recruitment policies where they can only recruit from the Basque region. So it's about cultural sense, adapting to, fans outside, adapting to that culture and understanding what it means to them. So for us, wait, hold on, but no, we're looking at it from a competitive standpoint, and I agree with you from that point.
But Zeman, cool, cultural, and so forth. We're getting into a very interesting situation, an interesting conversation. So Eric, this is even why you're bringing it, because it's my issue with the Chelsea fans and even so forth is there's this thing of
cultural, tradition, and competition. I want Chelsea to win. I want Chelsea to be competitive.
I was having
didn't grow.
yeah.
See, I didn't grow up in West London. Like I began to follow Chelsea because Zola was my favorite player. Because Zola was, in my opinion, one of the best players I've ever seen. So it was because, this is a quality player. That means that this guy must be quality. So my attachment to Chelsea isn't, I was born in West London. I was born near Fulham. My dad took me to the stadium when I was 5. No, I don't have that story. So my thing is, we have this differentiation between my club, win or lose, doesn't matter. It's just about culture. It's about tradition.
Yeah.
But isn't this competition? Don't you want to win?
Competition. The sick and twisted thing. The sick and twisted thing is that, just quickly, in the Premier League, there are some Premier League fans who would probably prefer what used to happen back in the day. So United, Liverpool, Arsenal. They would prefer a league where only one of those 3 teams win the title, as opposed to what we have now, which I just can't agree with that stuff. I like to watch competition. I like to watch competition. So
my thing is, yeah, I agree with you when it comes from a competitive standpoint, but you have to also look at who are the majority of the fan base, who are the owners of the club. It's these local fans. That's what they want. That's what they desire. It's like you're trying to change certain fans from within that have this close relationship with the club and expecting them to change. It from the outside perspective.
Zeman, what is football though?
Competition.
It's not even that, Zimmer.
Yeah.
Let me
wait, hold on. Red.
Let me just important, because the thing is, one of the things, and personally, I believe that actually football is going to be due a financial crisis soon, because the amount of money that in football right now is not sustainable. So
it's criminal.
So the point is that the point I was almost trying to make it undisputed is that I'm talking about sustainability. When we talk about these things, because the way that people talk about money, just get this billionaire, just get this. It doesn't matter about how he's run businesses before, about what he's done, or how credible he is in terms of his long model for the club or for the community. But all that's just boring. That's boring nonsense. That's irrelevant. So that doesn't make any sense. So you just go get some millionaire guy who has money. Put that money into and let's just see what happens.
Red Devil.
The reality is that
it's tricky. I mean, Red
Devil,
easy. Red Devil, continue. Red Devil, continue.
The reality is what I'm trying to say is that for longevity for a club, it's important that a lot of these business millionaires, billionaires, or whatever have a sustained project. Okay, not just they've got money. Okay, yeah, that's fine. But what happens if, for whatever reason, that money that guy decides to take his money, there's an investment issue, what have you, that club still needs to be able to generate revenue to be able to sustain themselves as a football club. Otherwise, what ends up happening, as we see with so many clubs, is that they get into debt, they get into administration, they get fined, they get docked. You saw this in the Serie in particular, but you see this in the lower league levels as well. So because of that, you can't just, and this is similar thing that happened with Newcastle with the Newcastle takeover. That's why there was some issues behind the scenes. Yeah. You have to have a proper model, a proper funded model.
So Red Devil have a regulator of some sort.
There has to be a cap. There has to be a cap. Some kind of
salary cap, right? Okay.
Hold on, guys. Guys, hold on, because we need to take some dubs and so let's respond to some dubs. And this is interesting. So from Dali Dirani, who says salary cap needs to be implemented into football like the NBA, because without it, the same teams will be good forever. Money runs the sport, and it's bad. This is, let me tell you the sad reality. I have been saying that a salary cap is what is needed. It is never happening. Read my lips. A salary cap in football is never happening. Football has become, which is why it's very interesting what Red Devil just said. Red Devil, you are on the money. We are going to reach a financial crisis in football. It's happening.
Yeah.
There is so much football involved in it. It is so much the big thing. Things are going to spiral out of control. Now, financial fair play, those dumb clowns were supposed to come in and say, guys, let's regulate the stuff. They came in, Nobody listened to
They
them.
didn't
They
do anything.
ignored them. Things
They
are
didn't do
because
anything.
the amounts of money. How are teams spending hundreds of millions willy-nilly, frivolously every summer? How?
It's frightening how H is frightening how PSG got Messi this summer. Like I just don't know how they made it work, because there
It's
wasn't
all
any
oil
salary
money.
cap.
It's all oil.
If probably there was a salary cap, they probably wouldn't get Messi,
And the other problem.
Wait, hold on. Let me just. So after 2000, thank you, bro. After 2006, Germany overhauled their traditional methods of solid positional play, winning almost all their matches 1-0 to a more expansive system that's got them glory in 2014. It was done from grassroots. Oh yeah, no, look, like what's Germany? Because remember, it was from Euro 04. I think Euro 04 is when I think they messed up. It didn't really happen for them. And that's why 06, led by Klinsmann and Joachim Löw, they totally changed how they played. And now, if you look at how Germany play now, compared to how they used to play back in like the 90s and so forth, is completely different. And my thing is that, see, it's tricky. Because you would think that, because what every league wants to do is to be able to have a league that helps the national side, which is what England have been trying to fight against. Because England have always said that, man, this whole Premier League thing is all well and cool, but look at Arsenal when the entire team doesn't have a single English player, or Chelsea several times. But the thing with Germany and so forth is most of the German guys play for Bayern Munich. And Bayern Munich is an extremely well-run club that performs well in the Bundesliga and in the Champions League. And that breeds into these guys still being very competitive when they now go and play the Euros and the World Cup and so forth.
Can I say something about Bayern real quick?
Go for it.
One thing I want to say is, I'm sorry to say, there is no other league that plays such high quality football than this league. This league is everything.
In terms of
high
what?
quality football.
Cole, you can't speak from what saying.
No. Listen, in terms of build-up play, in terms of finishing, in terms of scoring chances, decision making, is like out of this world.
But Cole, what does that mean if the league isn't competitive? Of what use is that if the league isn't competitive when we know who's going to win every year?
Competitive is one aspect of football. You can't always. It's okay. I'm not saying that Bundesliga don't need competition. They need competition, yes. But what I'm saying is, what's more important is for teams like, let's say, Dortmund, like how they reached the quarterfinals in the Champions League. They are showing
and they get pimp smacked by Bayern Munich every single season, home and away.
I mean, they don't have the financial. They're being realistic. They don't have the financial structure that Bayern have. So to win the DFB
that's the issue that we're saying is that. Of course, it's quality and it's very entertaining, and the matches are very entertaining. But at the end of the day, this is still a competitive sport. We don't play to compete. We don't play to take part. We play to win. Do teams play a football match just to appear?
Dortmund Leverkusen last week was 3-4. Dortmund versus Leverkusen last week. Red Devil, let me finish my point before I get to that, right? Dortmund and Leverkusen last week, we all saw it. That was a crazy game. That was a competitive. You're talking about competition? That's competition right there. Paderborn versus Bayern.
No.
For the league?
I said competition for who's going to win the league, not individual. Of course, Dortmund, Leverkusen, or Wolfsburg against like freaking Schalke. Of course, that will be competitive within them. We're talking about competition in terms of who's going to win the league. Say what you will about the Premier League. The Premier League is competitive.
Oh, far superior. Oh, I agree. I agree. I agree with that. But what I'm also saying, is people need to be honest with themselves, bro. Chelsea used to be stealing players from Arsenal, bro. Like real talk. Like United stole Van Persie from Arsenal. Like they used to be stealing players from rivals. It's not like we haven't seen it before in the Premier League. The Premier League did that before. They even did it with Spurs. Man City, they got Kyle Walker from Spurs. So like people say, Bayern stealing rival players is affecting the league. Well, I'm seeing all the top 5 teams sometimes do that.
The same. It's not the same. It's not the same.
Why is it not the same? How is it not the same? Tell me how is it not the same?
Hold up, Eric. Before you respond to him, Packers, thank you for the options. Will Bayern ever go down? No, impossible.
No,
because they built up a structure where it is impossible for them to go down. Eric, respond. You must respond to him.
Yeah, you're comparing fair enough. It happens in other leagues as well, but we're talking about other teams in one league giving their players to one team. It's just a different scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no, but
the best
here's
players
this.
No. But Arsenal literally strengthened Manchester United in 2012-13 by giving United Van Persie. Spurs strengthened City by giving Kyle Walker. Giving Kyle Walker to City.
I'll counter that.
Okay, what are you saying? Listen,
This summer. Okay, this summer, right? We took Nagelsmann, Upamecano, Sabitzer. So tell me, there was no can you name a team that was seriously in the running to sign any of those 2 players? Sabitzer is a baller. He's 70 million.
There was Premier League teams there. Premier League teams. Chelsea was interested in Upamecano.
Core, please.
Sabitzer.
Shut up.
Not a single Premier League club, not a single La Liga club, not a single Serie A club was seriously in for Sabitzer. And Leipzig don't want to leave him on a free. Don't want to lose him on a free next year, and Bayern showed concrete interest and they signed him. Upamecano, how many defenses across Europe need a good, solid young center back? I could think of 5-6 teams, but yet Bayern was the only team that seriously went for these players. Back when Lewandowski was up for free, Bayern was the only team serious about getting him, and they signed him. It's like
Thank you.
You can't complain about Bayern taking these talents if no other team across Europe is
exactly. Let me add.
Wait. LB.
Let me add just on what was mentioned. Do you remember how much Robin and Ribéry were purchased for when they first came to Bayern?
Not much.
Not much at all. And look, these guys became Bayern legends, and people are complaining that they're taking all the talent. They just spend their money very wisely.
Yes,
and,
that too.
They spend their money very wisely. They conserve. They don't go, spending money on Messi and Neymar and stack their squad. They use their head. So you can't hate on that.
Wait. I'm not hating. What I'm saying is all the things you just mentioned. The reason is a little bit irrelevant. It doesn't matter. The fact is these players were some of the best players for their teams, and instead of continuing to play for their teams, they go to Bayern Munich to improve them. That's what I'm trying to say. And that's the reality.
Wait, guys. LB player. But I have to keep on making this point. What Bayern is doing isn't wrong. It isn't wrong. Wait. Hold up.
Well, you guys make it look wrong.
Let me just land. Let me just land. Coach. Okay. Let me just look for coin because Coach is going to keep on interrupting. It's not wrong. What Bayern is doing, it isn't wrong. But as Eric just said, it is what it is. At the end of the day, we are looking at a league where Bayern are the strongest team, and the best players from their closest rivals go to them. So once now say, which are the top leagues now? Why should anyone mention the Bundesliga? When it's talking about a top league or a league to be taken seriously, it's about competition. Now, 2 or 3 guys can win this league, 3 or 4 guys can win this league. Like Premier League. Yes, City have won 3 out of 4 times, but City have to sweat. Yes, 100 points one season.
Okay.
But then once they got the 90 points, they only won it by 1. So my thing is that in the Premier League, it is still, even if City won it 3 out of 4 times, it is still a genuine curiosity as to who's going to win the Premier League every single season.
Can I jump in?
Bundesliga, there's no question that Bayern are going to win. It is impossible for anyone other than Bayern.
Yeah. Let me just tell that, and then Suleiman can go. Just real quick. People think that these 9 titles, though, we just send our best 11 out. Oh, go play. We're gonna walk around, murder these teams. That's not how it is. This is what makes me mad. People don't give Bayern the credit about their mentality. How come Thomas Müller, who's won 10 Bundesliga titles, and it's the 89th minute against Bochum, and he's sprinting to press the ball? How come it's 3-0 against Barcelona in the Champions League? It's the 89th minute. The ball is going out for a simple throw for Barcelona. yet Lewandowski is busting his ass to go get that ball and score more. People think Bayern just walk around the league and send their best 11. They have to stay sharp. They have to stay mentally strong. The 9 titles don't just come from buying the best talent. The 9 titles come from breeding a culture of mental strength, of perseverance, and match sharpness and discipline. Bayern doesn't just buy the best players and put them out there. They have the mentality to win all these titles in a row. I trust you. That's why Man City. I respected Man City so much because obviously the Prem is way harder to win. Like it's just fact, right? That's why I respected Man City. I think did they win like 3 in a row, 2 or 3 in a row? I don't remember.
Two in a
row.
Yeah, but they won like
Red Devil, you remember that one?
They won like 3 and 4 years. That takes tremendous mental strength and perseverance to win like 3 titles in 4 years because it's not just about buying and putting players on the field. It's about having the desire. And I think that's something Bayern doesn't get. That's what makes they don't get enough respect for players like Thomas Müller, Lewandowski, Neuer, and all these guys still pushing themselves and facing against 19th place teams.
Oh, so let me just hit this off. Wait, hold up. Here's chill. Remember when Zuko thought, man, thank you for the deal, man. Thank you, bro. Sumiko says, hope you are right, but Zeman brings another perspective. The reason Bilbao recruits only only recruits from the Basque region. Reason why Millwall will never let a foreign person own their club. They are content. And you see, that's, I suppose, look, different strokes for different folks. Because it's true, like, I didn't even know that about how Bilbao only recruits players from the Basque region.
Yeah. They do that.
And they've never been relegated too.
Yeah. There's also the fact that, some teams that have this regional policies don't
it's like you're a club, though.
Keeping it. No,
but if you're a football club, just you can buy anybody you want.
That's the thing. Your interpretation with a football club is to succeed. Their interpretation is, I want it to reflect my culture. That's what I want it for. That's what it's made for. That's their interpretation.
Can I jump in real quick, H?
Yeah, but wait,
hold on. Okay, Suleiman, then Heresy. Suleiman, talk to me, Suleiman.
So the thing about Bayern is, yeah, I mean, I don't look forward to the Bundesliga as much as La Liga or Serie A or the Premier League, but I mean, they still have to play the teams, They still have to show up and actually do work. Like, if Bayern just stand there, I mean, they're going to lose, like, obviously. Like, it's not as competitive, but they still have to try and win. But the thing about Bayern that confuses me is when you look at PSG, Ligue 1 is weak, but it affects them in the Champions League. They're not as sharp as they would be if they were in a competitive league. But Bayern, I mean, yeah, they dominate the Bundesliga, but bro, they rip up teams in the CL. Like, they absolutely destroyed Barcelona, Chelsea, Arsenal. Like, how are they able to do that? Like,
PSG is a holiday home.
I agree.
Yes.
Yes.
And Bayern is nowhere close to. I mean, they're professionals. Like, every single player, they want to go out there and do the best that they can. I mean, I don't understand. How can you be in a league that's not very competitive
Do you
but
really
still
think the
dominate
difference is that big?
What do you mean?
You want to bet next time PSG faces Bayern in the Champions League, PSG will probably end up winning again?
I don't think so.
For all this,
I disagree, bro.
There was a lot of players.
You can mark this comment if they face.
No. Undisputed. Bayern at full strength, PSG at full strength. You will take Pochettino over Nagelsmann.
It's not about.
Because remember, it's about.
I just think
and
PSG
strategy.
has better players. To be honest, I just think PSG has better players.
What does better players have anything to do with?
I think
this isn't Uber Eats. This is the Champions League, bro.
I agree.
Champions League tactics is key.
I know, but,
and then one last thing.
You want to bet once PSG clicks, they'll play at a football at a level
Will they
Bayern
click?
Simply can't.
But
if they click, they'll beat Bayern. I'm pretty.
Can I add one last thing, HH?
Yeah, Suleiman.
So, as for your point, as clubs should only focus on succeeding, I mean, I think it's one point of view, but take for example when Frank Lampard was the manager of Chelsea. No matter how shit Chelsea were doing, there were some Chelsea fans that were like, "I will back this team no matter what because I grew up supporting it." And even if they get relegated, I mean, I'll still back.
Psychos.
Yeah, so I mean, it's about. One version is I want this club to succeed, and that's the only thing that matters to me. And the other angle is, listen, I mean, I support this club since day one, and I'd support it no matter what, even if they succeed or not.
Well, okay, look, man. I mean, it's an interesting thing, man. It's interesting. So, look, let's do some previews, man. Let's look some previews, man. So, guys, look, Sunday is crazy, bro. So many games on Sunday.
We're not going to talk about now Guzman technology.
Oh no. That's the topic after this one. That's the topic after this one. Eric, Spurs, 3 points. Do you believe in 3 points, or are you wary of what Larry Lane and Son can do? Because Eric, bro, City dropping points, have to capitalize, bro. Have to capitalize, and I need Lukaku to show Kane levels. I need him to show him levels.
Look, I said it before. Kane is. I typed it on one of these streams I was watching. Kane is depressed. He's not the player he used to be. He's a shadow of himself. So,
and he has himself to blame. Him and his brother. Why did he sign a 6-year contract?
Gentleman's agreement.
It is what it is, man. Whatever. Yeah, look. 3 points. That's it. 2-0, 3 points. Move on. That's what I'm expecting. I'm not trying to be, overconfident. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm expecting 3 points and a clean sheet.
What would you do, HH, if Kane scored a 3-piece against Chelsea?
I might self-harm.
Would you consider him better than
never,
would you consider him a top striker? No.
But see, no, but see, Solomon, my thing is that this is what I've always said. Lukaku's goals and the performances have led to a trophy. Kane has not won a single trophy in his entire career. So why the hell should Kane and Lukaku be in the same category? So I don't care about you stats padding and he plays for Tottenham. Well, that is why he tried so hard to leave Tottenham this summer, because Kane knows that I can score all these goals. If it was winning a trophy, I'll be a nobody. Like Shearer, those goals amounted to Blackburn Rovers winning the title that season. So he stats padded, and his stats padded led to Blackburn Rovers winning a trophy. So even if he goes to Newcastle, he's still there. So my thing is, whatever Kane does, he can score as many goals as he wants. If your goals don't amount to silverware, something tangible, it's useless.
And I think the thing that hurts Kane is Tottenham has been to finals. I mean, the CL final, weren't they in the FA Cup final?
So CL final, FA Cup final, Papa John's Cup final, Euro 2020 final, where he had 0 shots in 120 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, if he scored in one of those games and won a trophy, I mean, I think people would respect him more. But I guess he's not a big game player. But yeah.
Sorry, so can I ask? Lukaku's starting, right? Lukaku's starting.
Has to, of course, he's starting. Yeah.
Okay. Is Christian Romero starting for Spurs? Because if he is, I watched some
still, I think.
I watched some Inter-Atalanta games last season, and Romero made Lukaku his bitch. It was awful to watch. He destroyed Lukaku in both home and away. So that would be interesting.
There was a challenge where Lukaku was 50 yards ahead of him, and he easily catched up and tackled him.
him from behind.
Yeah, that was insane.
Oh no! Look, that's why I like this, because the biggest criticism towards Lukaku is top tier defenders. He doesn't show up against the top tier the defenders, and for Lukaku, prove them wrong. Prove them wrong, because it's a valid argument. I mean, Eric, it's valid. Eric, it is valid that he does very well, but against Romero, Chiellini, Bonucci, Van Dijk, top defenders who are a little bit much more savvy, he gets shown up. So
I'll go back to what I said. Yes, you can say for Italy, even though he scored against Juve, but the way I see it, in that same Liverpool match, if certain things happened, you would focus less on, the moments where he dribbled and the ball was behind him, on whatever you want to call it. So you focus on those moments less if certain things happened that should have happened, which is Lukaku running into space and the through ball, which never came. If the through ball comes in and he misses, or he shoots and Alisson saves, that's a different scenario. But the way I see it, so far, when he's been given the service, he has scored. So as long as he gets the service in those big games, we can criticize him if he misses.
And the issue is Chelsea don't have any playmakers because
Mason Mount.
I'll say again, Chelsea don't have any playmakers because the issue you now have is 4 goals of 6 shots. 4 goals of 6 shots, which means that this guy's hardly having any service and he's being very clinical right now.
But HS, what's the reason for the lack of creativity, though?
I think they're just getting.
Ziyech hasn't stepped up.
Yeah. Let's not act like Chelsea don't create chances. Chelsea do create chances, but we haven't been doing so recently, and I think it's just a matter of time. The team is still getting.
Is Reece James back from suspension?
Yeah, I think he should be back, but I'm not sure if he'll play.
It's 1 game.
Yeah.
No, it was a straight. It was a straight. No, it was a straight red. So it would have been a 3 match.
Yeah, 3 games. Yes, it's 3 games.
He missed Villa. He missed what else did he miss?
I think it
was against Liverpool, right? Yeah,
it was against Liverpool. So I think 2 more games. So he needs to slot 2 more games now.
Yeah.
No! Look, so Red Devil, man. Quick, what's Cristiano hat-trick against West Ham? Easy, simple.
I thought we were talking about the Chelsea Spurs.
Red Devil, and I'm not talking to you, a Man United fan. Easy
about the Chelsea Spurs game. We're talking about
the Man United West Ham game that happens at 2 p.m. 1400 hours prime meridian.
Okay.
In East London. Are you confident? Because Red Devil, you said Cristiano is going to get 30 goals this season. You said it.
Did I say that?
Yes, he did. He said 30 goals this season.
I can't remember that.
That was only Prem. He said 40 in all competitions.
Thank you. 40 in all comps.
Saying
30 in just the Prem. So what, he's like 20 something away.
But it is strange though that Ronaldo does somehow have more goals than Messi right now. But I won't put that to one side. But anyway, so that's just facts. It's just facts. Even when one is in the lesser league.
Do you want to?
Do you want to what?
Quick question. And maybe this is a question for anyone. Does Ole see out the season?
Oh yeah, of course Ole sees out the season. Come on, I've said several times on some of that. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not going to be sacked because the expectation for the United board is top 4. So I have
still.
Yeah,
after all that, it's still top 4.
Yes.
It's always been that. Like
Red Devil, if you guys go trophyless, so if you guys go trophyless, Ole's going to be manager next season.
Of course, I don't understand. Like, like I mean, maybe undisputed with FSG. Like, with maybe to some understand someone with FSG at Liverpool, but I'm sure the same with FSG. Like, I know obviously Klopp has given success to Liverpool, but if Klopp was to go several seasons without like not winning anything, like, and be 4th, like, are FSG going to sack Klopp? Of course they're not going to. So like, the standard for the Glazers is just make sure that you bring in regular Champions League football, and that's 4th. So if he does that, he'll be fine. If he doesn't get 4th, he'll be sacked. But if he gets 4th, then no, he'll be that. So I've got no doubt.
Arsenal, basically, or
yeah, well, we're run by the same American owners, isn't it? Kroenke's the American. Liverpool's got FSG. We've got obviously the Glazers. So as long as we keep on bringing in that revenue, and on top of that, especially with Ronaldo being at Manchester United, the amount of money that's come from the advert that is Cristiano Ronaldo, and then Champions League as well. So yeah, no, that's him. He's not going to be sacked unless he struggles to get top 4 this season. That's just a fact.
Would you want to see him go though if you guys don't get a trophy or not?
Oh yeah, I would, because like from the investment, that's not good enough. So, but
yeah,
I know how my club is run right now, so that's just a fact. As for this game, obviously I think that Chelsea are favourites to beat Spurs. The only thing is
leave Chelsea alone, man. Just leave us alone, man.
Leave it. Just the only thing I say is that like is Son fit? That's the key thing. Is Son actually fit for the Chelsea Spurs game?
He's around. He's around.
And I have an answer to that question. My response is doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Okay.
When's the last time Son turned up against Chelsea?
Eric, just
okay. No, that's fair. I thought the Son and Kane connection, as well as coming back, like and Spurs being something defensive, might actually play into Spurs fans, but you're right, Eric. I can't remember what the last time Son really has bored against Chelsea, really. So yeah, you're right. Chelsea obviously favourites to win that Spurs game. As far as United
Your
go,
reverse psychology will not work. It won't
what?
work.
It's not reverse psychology.
Sorry,
You literally just said what you literally just
No,
said.
okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Spurs.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you said Son is irrelevant, so I'm agreeing with Eric.
It's been clipped.
You know, so but as for United, I really don't know. To be honest, I actually think it's going to be a draw, because I think that David Moyes, and we're away to West Ham, and he's going to be making it very, very difficult for us to break down. I think Ronaldo will get a goal, but I think it'll be like a 1-1 draw, United West Ham.
No, Red Devil. They don't have Mikel Antonio, bro. You guys are
but I still think that David Moyes will literally park the bus and frustrate us for just what he tends to do.
And also Moyes, I think, ever since
Don't you know about Fred Tex?
No, but look, Moyes will always want to prove himself against United. Ever since what happened with United, he always wants to prove himself against United, always. So he always wants to 100% prove himself.
Exactly. And Fred, like I said, AK says Fred will be dominated by Basmati rice. Yeah, that's actually a fair assessment.
Okay, so look, let me just go down around the room and just give me your prediction for the scores. So Juventus against AC Milan, undisputed. Juve against Milan. What happens? Give me a score prediction.
1-1. 1-1 Rebic and Dybala. It will be an I don't want to say an ugly game, but I think it'll start really well and it'll just go flat. And I think Juve will gradually build up momentum as this season goes on. They've started really slow, but I still think they have the best squad in Italy, and I think as time goes on, they'll get better.
Where do Juve finish this season? No
Second.
Cristiano to save them. Second,
yeah.
Wow.
So Inter wins, by the way. Inter wins again.
No, if Roma wins.
No.
Suleiman, talk to me. Juve Milan.
I know Juventus are looking bad, but I think Juventus always pull up upsets when they're like doing shit in Serie A. So I'm gonna go with 2-1 Juventus.
Okay. Hussein, Juve Milan, score.
I'll go with 1-1 as well. I think Rebic will score. He's in good form, and for Juventus, I think Locatelli will turn up.
Oh, wow. Infinite, Juve Milan. All right. Yeah, Infinite, Juve Milan.
Get into tune with Allegri more. Who?
What the hell? Okay, no. Start again. I think you got caught off. Start again. We didn't hear anything you said to begin with. So Juve Milan.
Yeah, I think I cut
score
out.
prediction.
Yeah, I'm a go 2-1 Juve.
All right. Okay. Puya.
Yeah, I'll go 2-1. Wait, for who's going to be striker for Milan most likely?
Rebic, because I think Ibra is out.
Okay.
Not Giroud.
Wait, Giroud was going to be there. Giroud is going to be there. Yeah, Giroud's going to be there.
Okay, I'll still go 2-1 Juventus. Yeah, I'll still go.
Here's Juve Milan. Here's Eric.
I don't think he's here.
Yeah. Eric, Juve Milan.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go with 2-1 Juve.
Why unfortunately?
Because they just I don't know. I just feel like they're gonna win, even though they probably shouldn't.
Yep, I agree.
I hope they suffer more.
Damn.
Damn.
Zeman, Juve Milan.
Yeah, I would say 2-1, man. Dybala just like this is one of those games where he's gonna show up. It's gonna be 2-1.
You mean the guy that has disappeared off the face of the earth since the 2017 UCL final? That same dude?
Yeah, he actually has a great track record against AC Milan.
Actually, San Siro was Dybala's crib, if you look at his record.
Yeah, he actually has a great track record.
Against both Inter and Milan, I think. San Siro
is the game in San Siro?
No, yeah. No, wait.
No, Juve. No, Juve Stadium. So no, Juve Stadium. LB, talk to me. Juve Milan.
2-1. 2-1 to Juve, I think. Yeah, because it's at home, I think Juve will win.
Red Devil, Juve Milan, talk to me.
I think it's a difficult one. I think I'm going to go for a conservative draw. Milan do have quite a few injuries, but then they might be buoyed by the performance they did against Liverpool at Anfield, where they obviously, even though Liverpool peppered them, so they did still play quite well. And Juventus's form hasn't been that great at the start of the season. I mean, have Juventus actually won a game in Serie yet? I don't think they have, if I recall. So I think I'll be tight. So I'm going to predict 1-1.
All right. Real Madrid against Valencia. So Real Madrid are first, Valencia are
You
second.
forgot about me.
Cole. I'm sorry, Cole. Juve against Milan. Talk to me, Cole.
3-1 AC Milan. I think AC Milan's going to win this year. Yeah.
All right.
It's not bad.
Now, okay, Real Madrid against Valencia, man. Z-Man, kick us off. Our La Liga correspondent, you understood, Suleiman. So, Z-Man, first of all, talk to me. Real Madrid against Valencia. And also, can Hazard get a break?
No. To be honest with you, Hazard isn't. He isn't. He's just not delivering, bro. Like, he should be a bench player. He should be a backup.
He is a
That's
bench
his
player.
role. Yeah. Unless he gets a deflection, then we could speak all about it. But yeah, man, I think I could definitely see Real Madrid doing damage with this AC Milan team. I mean, with this Valencia team. I do see like a 3-1 scoreline. Vinicius has been actually incredible, to be honest with you. He's been an improvement to what Hazard's been giving
but
him.
sometimes he keeps on overrunning. He overruns the ball a bit, and you can see Benzema trying to punch it.
No. That's the thing. People don't talk about how much he's actually progressed and improved throughout the season. And this guy was essentially a kid that's having to take this responsibility of leaving the Real Madrid front line when you have a player like Hazard who's not taking that responsibility. So he's been gradually improving. So I could see a 3-1.
I mean, okay. Let me just ask people in general: is Vinicius Junior the real deal in terms of in a few years he'll be world class? Because I don't know. I mean, I see a talented player, but I just don't see the next big thing. No, like what I get from Musiala is not what I get from Vinny. Why? What do you say?
No, he destroyed us. I can't really dismiss it. But I'm gonna give you a stat that will blow you guys' minds. Did you guys know that Vinicius has scored more open play goals in 2021 than Neymar for club?
Yep.
What? So
I don't believe that.
No.
That's not a surprise.
Has anyone seen the size of
Undisputed, do you know that is going to add to my Neymar narrative? Are you sure? Because I'm going to research this.
I think
so. Let me get it
scored
straight.
I think
Vinicius Junior at 21 years of age has scored more goals from open play than Neymar Junior, and Neymar Junior plays in Uber Eats.
Yes.
At club level.
Yeah.
Neymar's
No, to be fair,
if that is true, that is true.
Wait, where did you rank Mane as a player at his best?
Mane at his best? Me?
Yeah, at his best. No,
at
his best. What is he? Tier 1? He's a tier 1 player at his best.
Didn't you make him chief of that at one point?
Yeah.
No.
I feel like
Vinicius
actually.
I think he was a borderline top 5 attacker in the world at his very best, which was 2019. Borderline top 5. Although I think in 2019 he was probably better than Mbappe. I think he was very close to Salah that year. Messi was probably better than him.
But the question I'm asking is, in 5 years' time, is Vinicius Junior considered one of the best players in the world?
I think he'll be as good as Mane is now. Mane at his best, not Mane now.
Yeah,
Mane at his best.
That's
so
exactly my
he won't.
prediction.
So basically, he won't be in the Mbappe, Hazard, Musiala.
Hazard.
Kind of what the hell?
Wait,
since when is Musiala a better player than peak Mane? When did this happen? Have I missed something or what?
He's 18 years old.
Oh, okay, fair enough. But I think if Klopp got a hand, I don't think that Ancelotti and Zidane are the best people for him. I think if Jurgen Klopp got his hands on him, I think he would turn him into something special. But I think Mane is a ceiling.
Could you pull up Edwin Martinez's comment?
No.
Don't pull it on. Don't pull
No, I
it
gotta.
on.
No,
Yeah, Simon.
no, but my thing is, if he's gonna be Mane at his best, he's not gonna have Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo level standards, unless like Holland and just Mbappe keep popping off and to the point where they're just like undisputedly the best in their generation. Nothing happens to them. Aside from that, I think he could be at that level. He could be at that consistency level. It's just a matter of gradual improvement with him. I think he has the talent, to be honest with you. I certainly think he has the talent.
No, but Messi for me it's like when we first saw Messi, or when we first saw Cristiano, when we first saw Robinho, or when we now first saw Ansu Fati, there is a kind of emotion we had as opposed to Vinicius Junior. Like Vinicius Junior is a very talented player who we never know could keep on improving, but the kind of emotions that I get from seeing him aren't the same emotions that I saw when we first saw Messi, Cristiano, Ansu Fati, or any of these other dudes, not Freddie Adu, because Freddie Adu was a lie.
We don't talk about Rodrigo. You know, he's very underrated. Did you see the goal he scored against Inter?
Yeah, but Rodrigo ain't going to be that dude, bro.
But he always shows up in the CL though. Remember Manchester City?
Rodrigo
He always shows up in the CL.
But are we going to talk about Rodrigo as one of the best players in the world in 5-6 years time? I say no.
He might be super clutch for Madrid. He might be super clutch, but
yeah, no. But let's see. Rodrigo could be like what like Bale was.
Yep.
He can be an important player, but is it like okay? You're not going to be top 3 Ballon d'Or always. I don't think so. You know, I don't think. See, Vinicius is one of those dudes where it's like Jekyll and Hyde. When Vinicius is good, this guy can win a game by himself. Like he can individually just win you a game by himself when he's good. When he's bad, bro, the guy is one of the most frustrating players you could ever find. And shout out to your boy 7625. He says, HH, Vini is the second top scorer in the league after Benzema. Wait, you mean this season?
Yeah, this season.
I mean, you can't talk about top scoring right now.
It's only 4 games.
Yeah, I mean, it's early days.
No.
It's early days.
Fun fact: Griezmann doesn't have one shot on target this season in La Liga.
For both Barcelona and
for
Atletico?
both Barcelona and Atletico Madrid, yeah.
Damn.
Wait, who?
Griezmann.
The side chick.
But let's remember Messi was holding him back. Let's remember that fact.
And I think, you know, like I always, because someone asked me the question on Friday that, why did you find Griezmann overrated? Best player at Euro 2016. Voted La Liga best player in 2016. And I'm like, Griezmann is the epitome. Griezmann is the poster child for overrated. If overrated had like a face of the image, it would be Griezmann. He's good. Of course he's good. He's talented. He's just not as good as people think that he is.
I'm kind of surprised. I'm
actually afraid that he's gonna be bad for Atletico Madrid throughout his long spell because they don't have an obligation to buy. So Griezmann, I need you to show up, Griezmann.
I thought they did an obligation to buy.
That's what I thought was an obligation to buy.
In the first place.
It wasn't. It was like a 2-season loan, if I remember, and I think it was. They could buy him for 40 million. I don't remember an obligation.
So it's an option.
Could be wrong. Yeah, it could be an option.
God damn, bro.
Wow. Okay.
I think so. That's.
But I'm kind of surprised.
Okay, so Antoine Griezmann has completed a shock transfer from Barcelona after Atletico Madrid completed a season-long loan move for the French midfielder. The Rojiblancos sealed a deadline day loan move with an obligation to buy the Frenchman next summer for 40 million euros.
I knew.
Yeah, he has to play 50% of the games. That's why. Okay, it's not based on performance. It's based on 50%.
He'll play 50% of the games.
Yeah, he will put the guy doesn't come.
I want to tell you something. Do you know that Barcelona literally postponed their game last weekend just to lose 3-0 to Bayern Munich in the Champions
that wasn't the scenario. I don't know what you're smoking. It was because of the
Wait, you're a Barca fan. You're a Barca fan, so I don't know why you're really laughing at your own club.
Easy.
I'm
we don't claim him, bro. We don't claim him.
No. So guys, look, man. PSG.
Oh, can I get my prediction for Valencia?
Sorry. Suleiman, talk to me. Your prediction for Real Madrid.
I think Madrid.
Yeah, me too. I need to get my prediction for Real Madrid.
I think Madrid's gonna slap up Valencia. It's gonna be like a 5-1, Eden Hazard's gonna ball. He's gonna get like assist of the season. Back
Solomon, why are you jinxing a guy? Like, have you heard this saying, "Don't beat a dog when it's down"? Like, he's really down these days. He needs all the help that can get. And you saying
but
these,
you're not
these
helping
things?
him though. You're putting more pressure on him. You're still backing him. Just leave him alone. Don't bring up Hazard. Just let him do his thing, and then we'll see what happens.
I've learned my lesson. I will not say anything. My mouth is shut. My mouth is shut. I will not say anything. Cole, quickly tell me your Real Madrid Valencia thing, man.
4-1 Real Madrid.
Thank you. All right. PSG against Lyon. Guys. Okay, who still thinks that Messi is going to rip this league apart? 20-25 goals.
Easily.
Is there a scenario where Messi doesn't go crazy this season in Uber Eats? Because I know Red Devil loves this scenario, because Red Devil wants a scenario where Cristiano scores more goals in the Premier League than Messi does in Uber Eats.
I never said that. And I never said that.
No. But you want that narrative, though. But you would want that narrative. Yes, you would. Don't lie.
I want Messi to do. I want Messi to perform.
I want Messi to perform. Yeah, that's confidence, Red Devil. That's real confidence.
Okay, let me speak for Red Devil. Red Devil wants a narrative that says. Now, people say it's wrong, but I believe this is right. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong. Live chat. The 5 top leagues right now are in no order: Premier League, Bundesliga, Serie, La Liga, and the Portuguese League.
Oh, they actually changed it. Yeah, Uber Eats sneaked in. Yeah, last minute goal. They sneaked.
Where's
in.
Serie?
I kept hearing that the French league is the 6th best league. I don't know where that came from.
That's what I was hearing.
That was originally they were the 6th best, but then they climbed up to 5th.
Okay, so now they're 5th. Okay, so that scenario is out of the way. See,
well, when did that happen? It's last time I checked, it was still 6 because it was based on the fact that I can't remember which French team didn't qualify for the Champions League.
Marseille. You're talking about Marseille?
Was it Marseille or Lyon? I think it was Lyon or one of them didn't basically qualify through the Champions League qualified group stages, and so based on that, that's why they made the decision. Whereas I think Sporting and obviously Benfica obviously qualified. Oh, it's a change now.
It's 5th now.
Yeah, guys are saying that it's 5th now. Yeah, I think so. When I had a payments, man.
Last time I checked UEFA coefficients, that's what was there. But anyway.
So Griezmann, the side chick, didn't want the smoke. Griezmann, I just think that, look, as I said again, the thing with Griezmann is like, you are a side chick, and him going back to Atletico is proof that you are a side chick. But someone asked me a very interesting question. They said that, would you take Griezmann at Chelsea? Eric, you know that I would. With Lukaku. You see, without Lukaku, I don't want Griezmann anywhere near. With Lukaku, Griezmann would be perfect for Chelsea. Perfect.
So you take him over Mount?
Yes.
No,
yeah.
You don't.
Why?
No. You don't need to take him over Mount. You take him over a certain German.
Yeah. Timo Limolena. 765 said the side chick will score more goals than Messi. Guys, let's keep it real here. It's Uber Eats. Once Messi gets going, he's gonna start. He's gonna start pack.
Of course, easily.
But my thing though is that if PSG, let's say PSG were to lose to Lyon or the way to draw, mumblings will begin to happen.
Is it home or away, HH?
It is. I mean, does it actually matter? It's a home.
No, it matters because Lyon has.
It's a home. It's at home. It's at home.
The more important question is Euros winner fit?
No, he's smoking, bro.
No, I know he smokes a few packs a day, but is he fit?
Look, no, I don't think he is.
Oh,
I don't think he is, man. I don't think he is.
Ronaldo, shout out to Ronaldo,
No,
man.
Wijnaldum is so
He's
so
so
bad.
overrated, man. He's such an
This is what happens when you get Jurgen Klopp as a manager. He turns average players into makes them look great. You got these
Undisputed.
bums like Wijnaldum.
Undisputed. Like I think Andrew Robertson got relegated with Hull, and he turned him into like a world class left back. So.
Who the hell is speaking right now? Who's the bum speaking right now?
It's me.
Listen,
No.
Andy Robertson is
right
the
back.
best left back of the last half decade. Okay, 5 years.
What are you?
Andy who?
5 years?
Robertson. No, okay, since
Davies is
2018.
better.
Since
Davies.
2018, he's been the best left back since
Davies is
2018.
better.
Wait. On this person, did Liverpool win a trophy last season?
It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter at all.
It's a
He's
simple
still the
question.
best
Did
left
Liverpool
back
win a
in the
trophy
world.
last season? There you go.
I think.
Trophyless.
Didn't we win the community shield?
Yeah,
Well, I think we did.
respect
Yeah.
the shield. Respect the shield.
Yeah, I think we did. So yeah, we did actually win a community shield.
No.
and,
Okay, so basically, no. Basically, you.
I thought Arsenal won the community shield. No, Arsenal won the community shield. didn't
Yeah,
they?
they beat us on penalties.
Someone
just-
said
You allowed Arsenal
You know-
to beat you.
You know what's a true statement? Someone said Koeman has the attitude of Pep, but the results of Arteta. I've never heard of more of a truer statement. I've
That's
never heard
harsh.
of a more truer statement, bro.
That's harsh.
Marcus
That's harsh.
Alonso clear, not at driving.
Oh, easy. Okay, we did. Okay, look, we don't need to
Shout out
go
to Jordi
there,
Alba,
bro.
man. Shout out to Jordi Alba.
we don't need to go there, man. Okay, so look, guys. Actually, so everybody's agreeing that Messi is going to start part of this year. Then he's going to.
Absolutely.
What if he's saving himself up for the World Cup? He doesn't really care about PSG like that. He just sees it as a holiday camp.
Well, he should try to because he still hasn't scored a goal in the World Cup knockouts. So yeah, I mean, it would help if he actually gets the
when will you
performance.
let go of that?
incredible.
When will you keep
Never.
saying
I'm never
Come
letting
on,
things go.
That's the only thing he has, bro. That's the
What
only
if
thing he has.
either Messi or Ronaldo
It's
wins
that desperate. That's the
2022?
only thing he has. He has nothing going on for him.
I
bro.
just
Then
I
you won't
just
find
need-
Suleiman. You won't find me. You
I
won't
just
find
need
me.
that Argentina Portugal final for the narrative.
It won't
No,
happen.
no, we
everything.
don't. No, we don't.
It won't happen.
No, we don't.
Argentina.
No, we don't.
HH, do you have an idea how many views he would get on this hangout? Look at the
No,
bright side.
I don't think you realize that. I don't want either of them to ever win the World Cup because I always want to hang that over them. That's it. So I have all the results and everything, but I have that World Cup. So that's the one thing I can hold on to against them. Is what you've never won the World Cup. What's
am I
the World
right
Cup?
in
I'm screwed. I'm done.
HH, am I right in saying you would be sad if Messi won the World Cup, but you would be borderline depressed if Ronaldo won it? Ronaldo's far worse.
No. I think it's Messi.
Yes, you said that before.
No.
You already
Actually,
said it. You already said it.
I think it's Ronaldo because
No,
the receipts are there.
I think it's Messi because Messi, first of all, he likes technical players, and the fact that this guy got a World Cup and he's already called him the best club player to have ever graced the game. I
would
think the
make it
Messi
very
thing
difficult.
was just
No,
kill him.
Z-Man. The problem with if CR7 wins the World Cup is that the narrative will be that CR7 has won Champions Leagues, he's won from the titles, and then having CR7 win the World Cup would finally mean that CR7 would surpass R9.
Wait. How old would he be?
That's
How
not
old would he be?
CR7
How old
would be 37. He'd be 3
That's-
years
that's
older.
done. That's done
He'd
right
be
there,
3
bro.
years older than Zidane was in 2006.
Yeah, that's
So,
you can't deny that.
Moving on very swiftly. Moving on very
He's
swiftly.
already
So
having a
guys,
heart attack.
so guys, it's good that we have some Americans up in him because this was interesting. So,
I'm born in Maryland.
Fuck yeah.
What was that?
What the hell?
What
Oh,
the?
my bad, bro. My American
wait.
guy.
Come on, Z-Man.
I was born in Maryland. I think. Cole
Yeah,
said
I'm
he's
born in Maryland.
Okay, thank you, Cole. Thanks. So Nagelsmann, he came out and he said that he feels that football players or managers should be able to communicate with players on the pitch. He says that in the NFL, the coach is able to communicate with the quarterback because the quarterback has an earpiece, so they can give instructions
to the players. They don't really have to shout at them and so forth. And he says, you know what, football needs to evolve and need to get to a space where they use ready-made technology to help to improve tactics and strategy within the game. So my thing is that, first of all, the way that earpieces exist, it can't work.
No.
Football players can't be wearing helmets and so forth. But my thing is that let's be open-minded here. Do you think this is something that would be useful or needed in terms of football players having earpieces?
Do you think goalies could wear them, like a small earpiece, like goalies only, or no?
But why a goalkeeper? I mean, you want to give it to like your central midfielder. For me,
if you have a voice, why do you need an earpiece to hear to make a player hear what you're saying? If you have a voice,
No, come on.
Stadium.
That's Timo Werner, man.
Hence why like they always have to give players like sheets of paper to then carry over, and the guy's like, wait, what does this mean? I can't read your writing. Oh, blah 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 blah. As opposed to you have your earpiece in there, and the guy's saying, "Oh, yo, bro, move here," and they can hear you clearly. So you can pretty much be coaching it. You see, but here's the thing: is that you see, you know why it can't work? NFL is stop and start. And start.
Yeah.
Football is constantly moving. So if you have a guy constantly speaking and saying stuff in your ear as you're about to make a tackle, but especially when you're a central midfielder, you are constantly moving all the time. You always have to be switched on if you're in central midfield. So I'm just not sure how it works. So look, Zima, so how do you view this tech?
Listen, man, I get it from his perspective as a manager, especially a modern day manager. Because if you look at this, you get fired for your tactics not working just because a player happens to not be in the right position. So you would want more control of what players can do. At the same time, if we were to implement this technology, artistry, man, I just feel like there won't be as much moments where players go with their individual talent, just decide to go on a run by themselves instead of being reliant on tactics, and that's where the game is going.
Yeah, I think no, Zima, no, you made a great point because see, and that's why I think Nagelsmann misses things. See, Nagelsmann is young, so because he's young, he's definitely a lot more fresher and a lot more and has much more interesting ideas than a lot of the older school guys. So he looks at the NFL and be like, hey man, you know, this maybe makes sense of the next evolution process for football. But we have to realize that football is very different from NFL. Because NFL is very tactical. So is football, but see, football is a mixture of tactics and being much more cerebral. And much more, as Zeman says, you feeling the game. So there's more spontaneity and interpretation in football, which is why we like it, because it's like, for a football guy, I just go via instinct. But in the NFL, every single thing is coached. So every single play, there's a play that is done and everything coached. And football isn't that. And I think you take away from the beauty of football once you now try and just add this kind of very overdrawn, overdramatic kind of tactics and stuff about it as well.
Man, like the players like Ronaldinho and Neymar would go extinct. They would go completely extinct. Football would be just a bunch of running merchants like Mason Mount.
But you see, understand this piece, because someone actually said this question. Football, I think, might be heading in this direction. Think about, you mentioned Dino. During Dino's era, if, let's say, Barca was playing Real Madrid or so forth, it was billed as Ronaldinho against Zidane or Ronaldo against this. Who are the superstars now? It's Pep. It's Klopp.
Yeah.
The managers are now the stars now. So now we not say, oh, it's now Nagelsmann against Pep. It's now Tuchel against Flick and so forth.
To be fair, it makes sense though. It does make sense in the sense that football is a team sport. So it should have never been, yes, you get exceptions like Messi and Ronaldo, but it should never really be a case where players always stand out more than the managers. Because the team sports.
No.
So
it's always been like that.
I wanted to say something, right?
Wait, chill. So sorry, Eric, continue your points.
Yeah, I'm just saying that it's a team sport. It's about the team. It's about a squad. Nowadays, it's not just a team. It's about a squad. So the manager being the star, in a sense, it makes sense because tactics are a lot more important than they used to be.
No, but Eric, you would. No, I don't know, but I would put it as you would be lying to yourself if you don't get amazed by an amazing piece of skill by the individual. So, Eric, you're not saying that you would want to forego seeing Messi go past 5 players and then putting the ball in the top corner.
Of course,
because
not,
what you're now
not.
saying is that there's no room for a Messi. Because Messi, no, you have to stick to the game and so forth.
No, I disagree with that. I think for someone like Tuchel, for example, I was listening to one of his interviews he did, but what he said was basically there is room for that, but it has to be controlled. So you don't just do whatever you like some of the PSG players do at times. They just play however they like. No, there's a structure, and then within that structure, you're allowed to be creative and you're allowed to express yourself. So that's what I understand by the modern style of football. Yes, you don't see people shooting the ball from 30 yards every 5 seconds, but that happens.
But Eric, see, the issue is that we are getting away from the individuals, and it's becoming it leans very heavily towards the manager having full total control. Where in games now, it's just tactics. It's all about tactics now. And I think that back in the 2000s and so forth, I could name you 7, 8 amazing individuals. I can't name you 7, 8 individuals now because players are now dependent on what the manager says. And I think it's a point that Rodgers made because they were interviewing Brendan Rodgers for Leicester City, and he said that players now don't really know how to think for themselves. They're very reliant on the instructions that they get given. But way back when, an individual just, I know what I need to do, and they can interpret the game themselves.
A lot of people think that. Sorry, a lot of. Okay, yes. Sorry, who was speaking?
No. On the Twitter, you speak.
A lot of people think that I'm some kind of PSG fan in the comments. That's not true. But the thing with PSG, right? PSG is like a throwback to the old school. That team. It's all about the individuals. It's about Messi. It's about Neymar. It's about Mbappe. Even guys like Di Maria and Marco, right? Those are guys. Those are individuals. Those are guys. The rest, all the other teams, really, they're just machines based on that have a very specific structure in the way they play and have a very specific identity. Players don't really think for themselves. They move according to how the manager thinks. PSG is just a throwback to the old school in terms of how they play. It's all about.
But then, on this, but you know what's interesting? Because if you just say about PSG, so look at 2019 was Liverpool. That was really Klopp. 2020 Bayern. That was really Flick. 2021 was Chelsea. That was really Tuchel.
Yeah,
we are now seeing a pattern where Chelsea's, obviously people talk about Kante and everything, but really the guy who really was Tuchel. Yes, Lewandowski did his thing. Yes, all these guys did their thing, but it was Hansi Flick, and his tactics were paramount. Like for me, when you look at 2018 Real Madrid, people now say, Zidane deserves more credit. But people talk about Cristiano or Modric, Ramos, and so forth. And then Zidane just caught to get lost in the sauce. But from 2019 and so forth, the main guy who was congratulated was the manager. So I do believe that. Hence why it's an argument for where I don't think PSG are going to be winning this UCL anytime soon, because I think the era of the superstars or the superstar or the individuals might be over. And I think the manager and the tactics seems to be superseding.
But you know, HH, do you know what these tactics rely on? And I've noticed this a lot. As long as you allow tactical fouling, they'll beat them. They can beat them. But I think if you have a referee who actually, really slams down on that kind of stuff and actually calls fouls when he sees it, I still think the individuals would beat the most brilliant individuals would beat any manager. But I think in general, just due to a combination of just tactical fouling and the way football's going, it's very hard for an individual to shine.
Yeah, my question to you is, so the thing is, what Nagelsmann is trying to say is, I think what he wants us to do is go back to the time when there was no fans in the stadium, and when you can literally hear players, you can literally hear the coach yell, and you can literally hear the players during when no fans was there during COVID. I think
That's
that's
what
what
he's sort of
Nagelsmann
getting
was.
now.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he wants. Yeah.
That's probably why he's saying this. My personal opinion on this earpiece thing, I'm gonna be honest with you. They have something called you see that small thing that you put on your ears? It's kind of like a phone you use to talk to someone or so forth.
Bluetooth.
I think that'd be excellent for
Bluetooth.
football if you look
No,
at
no, no,
it.
but see, no. Someone made a very interesting comment, and I think it was Sergio who said that you could have a situation where I now have to go into surgery to try and take out this little piece of earpieces that have just done broken into my ear. Because my thing is, Tom Brady and so forth, these guys, they wear a helmet. And the helmet also protects the ear. Now, we're not going to now starting putting helmets on players right now. That's not happening on my watch. So if you just are wearing a Bluetooth thing out there and and you now collided with someone, you could cause serious damage to your ear.
But I mean, isn't
the question too is
isn't
the question too
referees
is
already? Sorry, call. Just aren't referees already? Because isn't that essential what's happening with VAR and Stockley Park? The referees will have something in their ear. They're in constant communication with Stockley.
But are they in physical contact? Do they collide with people?
Of course, the referees, of course, they can collide with people. So the point.
How often?
They can, but they don't make the challenges to do so.
How often does a referee break? And it's basically whenever it happens, the crowd will task it.
But let's be real. Football is nowhere near a contact sport than it was 20, 30 years ago, when you can like touch someone's ankle and you can completely fall apart. So it's almost nigh existent regarding a contact sports like American football. So, but it's just all I'm saying is just like the technology exists because they've been clearly using it from Stockley Park. So whatever connection or whatever sort is there, and they're doing that for VAR and VAR decisions. So if we're talking about from a coaching point of view, I don't see why. We're not saying that like every single player has to necessarily have to have a headpiece. Presumably, in the case he'd be saying it'd be like the captain for this is all just Nagelsmann saying, listen, I have a captain, for example. I want to be able to rely instructions to my captain. He has an earpiece rather than me having to go and just give the guy a piece of paper, because that's what they're doing now anyway. They'll just wait for a stoppage, a throw-in or whatever, give a piece of paper, write the instructions, and they'll pass it on. And all he's just saying is, listen, instead of doing that, I want to just be able to write the instructions, and maybe it will be measured. So it will be on during a stoppage, for example, as opposed to like it's constantly on or something like that.
Well, no, but my thing is it that much of an inconvenience of when there's a stoppage? Hey yo, Kimmich, come over. Boom, 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 boom. Cool. Like for me, I just don't see how it's sort of an inconvenience at the moment whenever there's a stoppage, a player can come all the way over to you and you can give them instruction. Because I think that's why I was talking on a larger point of, is football just becoming way too coached and too much tactics are now really being involved, and we're not allowing players the freedom to express themselves.
You can't really blame the managers though, because fundamentally, like with the way that we deal with managers, like your job is on the line. So we can say it's from a coach. Well, it's coach because like that's why managers are sacked. That's why they're given obviously like long contracts, but obviously the head's on the chopper as well. So like it's done because owners, etc., like realize that like if they want to go ahead, they have to have the best managers, they have to have the best strategies, etc., etc. So place a big emphasis now, let's be real, on managers and their tactics, like so much so, so I think that from that point of view, I think managers are like, well, listen, if so much of football and so much of the likes of the team, like we don't blame players. We don't say, oh yes, that player did listen to such and such as tactics, that's why that manager lost the game. We say that manager should have done this. That's why that team lost. That's what happens in modern football. So from the manager's perspective, they'll say, well, listen, if that's the case, why not at least give us some additional tools to help us implement what we want to do, because we're not necessarily 100% sure that is communicated. So let's try and give the best communication to players, so at least I know that my plan has been executed, because that's how modern football is.
Let me say something real quick. But this is the beauty of football, in football, it's more about concentration levels. You understand what I'm trying to say? Concentration levels is a huge part of football, especially when you're playing defensively and midfield wise. You see, so my thing is, if this thing that he's talking about, it would be good if, let's say, the weather is hot and humid and no fans is in the stadium. But the thing is, unfortunately, football and the fans have to stay together, because without the fans, football is not the same. It's really not the same. Like, it was boring. It was dull sometimes watching some of the Bundesliga games without fans, because you see a team like Dortmund, they really feed off of the fans' atmosphere. You see, and with not having any fans in the stadium, it doesn't give them the motivation to have that second man to help you to win games. So football, the fans are imperative in football, but the thing is, you could only do that if, let's say, there was no fans and there was a humidity, then you can communicate and so forth. But don't try to be Pep Guardiola and bring your own philosophy into the football game. Meanwhile, you're not that big as a manager. You just started coaching in Bayern. You haven't won the Champions League yet. I'm sorry, but it's just being true.
Wait, Corey, I have a question.
Core, what does that have to do with what we're talking about?
Yeah, because
the bloody hell are you talking about? Like, what are you on about?
No, I need your drugs, man. I need whatever you want, man.
No, listen. It doesn't make any sense. It really does not make any sense. He's talking about all this, but you haven't won a Champions League or anything. You understand what I'm trying to say? You haven't won a Champions League.
This guy. Yeah, she's like to get to something.
I don't know.
Go for it. Darren, go for it. Go for it.
Yeah, shout out to Core. Let's tell a few about it. Even in Formula One, this is a topic that comes on a lot of occasions, because the team talk each other, and there's a lot of debate saying, yo, these guys are being too assisted. If I come to see F1, I want to see guys drive the cars themselves. Obviously, team plays a role, but these are the drivers. And if for football, it should be that way. Yes, the coach has his role. He gives you tactics, but you are the footballer. You are supposed to go there and execute what is needed to win. And also, everything cannot be dictated directly from the coach, because he's on one vantage point. If you notice, when we play football, it's something you could see that the coach can't see, because he's from a different angle. And also, you have a different creative perspective. So we need players to also know how to manage that bit of individual brilliance and taking the coach's tactics. So I think it's a horrible idea. And plus, too, football is not like hand egg. Hand egg, you got your helmet on, you hit the ball down the field. Okay, hold on, is it just the quarterback, or is it all the players that have the earpiece in?
I think it's just the quarterback that has it.
Quarterbacks.
Yeah,
I think.
He's the one that makes all the decisions.
I think it's not minute to minute. He hardly gets tackled. He's not like the linebacker and all those other kind of guys. He hardly ever gets tackled, so he could afford to have the thing in his ear.
Yeah.
Well, the other player in football, now anyone can be tackled, anyone can be challenged. So I think for football is a horrible idea.
No, I think look. My thing is because what Nagelsmann is getting at is that football needs to evolve, and
he doesn't think it's evolving already.
He wants more.
But you can imagine Antonio Conte shouting in your ear.
No, that's the well. You won't even be able to hear what the hell he's freaking saying. No, but my thing is that look.
Hey, what happens if he's communicating to, let's just say, a player he's purchased from Spain? How's he going to communicate with him?
He has a Spanish translator.
He better learn some freaking Spanish, bro.
Hey, Chase, when you just love a coach to just shout in Werner's ear, just shoot the ball. Just shoot the ball into the net.
If that happens, you might actually confuse him. So maybe he will combust and just be like, and then he'll just collapse. So I maybe don't even want that to happen, man. But look, let me bring some other guys. So Barry talks. I mean, what do you make of this? And do you feel? Because I think I want to talk a larger discussion with regards to. Do you think football is becoming way too tactical and managers have way too much control, or do you think that it is good that managers have a lot more control and more tactics and instructions should be brought into football?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you, bro.
All right. I don't support the idea because the thing is, the way the NFL works is that the quarterback has an audio from his coach, but the thing is, there's a stop every down. Like you have first down, second down, third down, and even fourth down. Football is constant play. You cannot change the tactics middle game and adapt quickly, you know? The NFL can do that because there's a different system. There's a playbook. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, but do you think that football should be coached? Like, do you think that managers should have even much more influence? Because I say no. I'm probably in the minority that thinks that. I think that managers have way too much control, and that's why I think that football matches, I feel that the quality has overall declined as opposed to what it was like 10, 15, 20 years ago. And you know who I blame? Zeman and Suleiman. I blame your teams. I blame Pep.
Pep Guardiola. I knew you were
What?
going to say
No,
that.
do you know?
We don't think
Do you know what happened?
Haters gonna hate, man.
This is what happened is that Spain's dominance and Barca's dominance, guys were like, oh, this is how you win. This is what needs to happen. Then Real sort of just messed that up a little bit. But I think what you now see now is it's not the player, it's the manager. So now the manager is now the marquee signing that you now make for your team. Like Chelsea's most valuable player, apart from Kante, is Tuchel. Tuchel is the most valuable individual of Chelsea right now. So what you now see is that because the manager is so important, players are just there just to wear you. This is your instructions, this is your role, and you stick to your role. So we now see we now already see pieces of magic, because my fear is once Messi retires and Neymar then goes, I'm looking at Fati, Musiala, Mbappe, Haaland. I think the next conveyor belt of players and so forth, like, because South America will always produce an amazing individual. Oh, you've got Vini Jr. doing the same, but are we going to have less and less individuals express themselves because managers have so much control?
Yes, probably, because they're not using their instincts.
You know what I'll say, HH? You know what I'll say? I think, yes, it's obvious why you don't like how things have evolved over time. I understand that. But as much as it's not ideal in terms of you don't see as much of those individual moments, I still think I'm content with it overall. I think I'm content with it the way it is now. But I don't need any more, evolutions or changes that we think is innovative. I think it's fine the way I don't want to hear about all these earpiece this and I don't want it to be American. Yeah.
So but let me ask guys, what do you think is going to be the next big evolution in football?
Maybe changing the laws some more, probably.
The World Cup, they'll increase the amount of teams.
My thing is with the increase in technology and just things changing and how anything that has a repetitive cycle can be replaced. Anything that has to make decisions can be replaced, as long as it's not like advanced decision making. So for me, I could literally see certain parts of refereeing like totally disappear. No longer
that's
needed
never
for the
going to
decision
happen.
making.
I
could definitely see that happening, because there's no point. They're taking off space. I could totally see that.
See what?
I could see
like an AI or a robot.
Robots.
That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping for.
No. Not even robot. It doesn't have to be a robot. It could just be having cameras that could pick off the spaces and then make those decisions. I think that could easily happen in the future.
Oh no, for sure. I think no. You know what? I think that refereeing and decision making is going to be like instant. I think in terms of offside calls, whether it's a throw-in or so forth, what you're going to have are maybe like receivers on a football pitch where it knows exactly who got the ball, when the ball went to generate. So guys may even have to wear like receivers or so forth. So on the pitch, we'll have electronic devices, and tech is not going to play a large role in making decisions that are 97.9% right, as opposed to, I'm a human being, but there's only so much that a human eye can see, But the interesting thing, sorry, you go for it.
So you asked, are you what new evolutions are going to happen in football? And I think Red Devil Studios, and you mentioned how it's not sustainable. Like the money in football isn't sustainable. Do you think there's going to be more ads, like the Super Bowl halftime show, or stuff like that?
Yeah,
you think that's going to happen?
It's funny you say. My thing is to see, guys, you have to understand this. We love football and so forth. The football has become a beast in and of itself, and the Super League is coming. Something that makes so much money and is so lucrative is only destined for one destination. And the same thing happens with. See, you have to understand, boxing was the number one sport for ages. For years, boxing was the number one sport. It's got so much money and it's ruined itself. And now UFC has now come and now become the premier place for guys who want to now watch combat sports. But boxing was the main thing. They got messed up and so forth, and now this is what happened. Football, I just think, is going to get so much money. People are just going to try to profit off of it because guys are like, wait, there is too much money to be made here. This sport has too many eyes, so much interest, too much stuff. So you're going to see ads, you're going to see commercialization. And remember, who are the guys around? You've got the Glazers, you've got Kroenke, you've got FSG. A lot of Americans are going to slowly seek their claws into it and be like, no, we want to now, because they know that, forget Super Bowl and NFL, this is good. This is 5 times bigger than the freaking Super Bowl. If we properly monetize it, we can make billions.
Talking about ads, right? One thing quickly. You remember when you had the sponsor for the shirt?
Yeah.
No, everything has a back sponsor and a sleeve sponsor.
Yeah.
So I think eventually you can see more and more of these sponsorships come into the thing. So I do see that as an evolution. But
can I make a claim?
Yeah.
I do think that because I think the big issue we're having right now is actually player welfare because of the sheer amount of football matches that actually players are having to play. And so why I suspect what will happen in the future is that you look at when people are forgetting the fact the Champions League format has been agreed, it's been changed from what was it 2023 24 bum system that UEFA have based in order to have more games. FIFA Club World Cup, for example, they've expanded the tournament to increase more games and more clubs to compete. So what you're probably going to have is, because of this sheer need to make more money, you'll probably find that games will be made to be shorter. I think
I was gonna
shorter games.
I was gonna mention that. Maybe 80 minutes.
Exactly.
Like 40, 30,
80-minute games. So you can say, listen, hey, we can now play because it's safer. We can now play 1 game. We can now play 2 games a week.
Half an hour.
We can now play games
because that now produces more money, because more games means more money, more revenue, and so forth. If you shorten the amount of games, that's going to happen.
Are you really in favor of that stuff? Honestly, some of the things that this what's his name? Some of the things that talks about. No, the Super League. I don't. It doesn't
no. I was for me, my support of the Super League was purely for guys. Let's not kid ourselves. Does anyone care about Leverkusen against Braunschweig? Does anyone care about Pescara against freaking Lugo? No. When we play FIFA, who the heck is using Norwich or Leeds? Apart from if you're a hardcore Norwich Leeds fan,
I am.
Most people. Yeah.
What's up with the Lugo hate, bro?
For career mode, bro, you gotta challenge yourself. You gotta challenge yourself. Football manager, bro, you gotta challenge yourself.
No, but see, my thing is that Super League, I was always for, let's see big teams against big teams. Now, that's crap about shorter
games and so forth is a lot of crap. Because see, that's why Paris, I was with you until you said, oh, young people have a short attention span. They want shorter games. No, that's crap. That's crap. Okay. So I think the 7-year-old is going to watch that 90 minutes game. And they're going to just take it that 90 minutes game. And obviously, once you grow older, you appreciate. But of course, the 7-8-year-old, he's going to be doing their things. So they're not going to go to bed for 90 minutes. So you now shorting that because the young guys don't like it. That's just completely stupid. But what Red Devil is saying is key. People want to say, we want to have more matches. More matches means more televised games and so forth. Because what they want is, rather than United and Liverpool twice, can we have United and Liverpool 4 times?
Exactly.
That's what they want. Because my thing is that if you have United and Liverpool 4 times, that's twice the revenue that you're now going to receive.
And on top of that, not just in England, but obviously like abroad. Can you play Manchester United, Liverpool? Can you play it in New York? Can you play that? Fundamentally, that's where people want to go. I want to be able to host those games in other countries and have a multiple times.
And my thing is that see, fans may be angry about that, but fans have to realize that this is still a business. So if a club says that the states of New York or the states of California are going to pay us like 200 million just for playing, so we each going to get 200 million each for playing this game in New York, hell yes, we're going to do that, because that is great revenue that we need for the sustainability of our club.
And plus, when they're talking about decisions, you got to remember, when these guys that are like that are talking about strategic planning in the business world, they talk about like Porter's 5 forces, which is like for industry analysis. So in that sense, they're thinking about the threat of substitution. Oh, people might want to watch the NBA. They might want to watch a different league. Why don't we enhance our operation when it comes to our league operation in terms of just getting more viewership? What do the viewers want? And they're going to be looking at data analysis. They're going to be like, listen, the attention rate is very low, so we might want to cut it down in order to get more views. And then they're going to tailor it to what the customers want. But at the same time, if the customers are buying into it, regardless of their change, they're not going to care. Because at the end of the day, the bottom line is money for them. That's what matters. So
no. It's a lot. And my thing is that, guys, they're already here. The Cronkies, the Glazers, the FSGs. Look, Daniel Ek, the other dude was the Spotify dude. He's still trying to buy that thing off Cronky. Cronky is never going to sell. Because Cronky's like, wait a minute. Why do you want to buy this for 2 billion, 3 billion? The fact that you want to buy it for 3 billion, I know how valuable what I have is. And right now, for a businessman, one of the most valuable assets to own is a football club. Because what you have is an addiction that is unlike any other. What you have is a drug unlike any other. I don't care what sport you can name. There is no drug that is more addictive than football right now. And these American owners that know that, oh my gosh, the customers and the consumers here are unlike anything in any sport. They will never leave. Look, the NFL. Are you going to compare the NFL, NBA fan to the United fan, Chelsea fan? No, it's not even close. So you're like, these guys, knowing that these guys will always come back. These guys, their club is literally their life. Their life runs without their club. Monetize. Naz says that. Talk about away goals being scrapped this season. Protect the big teams.
Yep.
Protect the big teams. One of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. Stupid.
AJ.
Completely stupid. Yeah, Elby, talk to me.
I read a post that you put up on YouTube, I think a couple of weeks ago, about how often we should have the World Cup, whether that's once every 2 years or 3 years. Do you still think that there's every chance that it'd be once every 2 years?
LB, I'll be real with you, bro. The way that things are going and so forth, and just the way the world goes, I won't be surprised. I won't be so surprised, because my thing is, this sport is become a beast that can't be tamed. It's a beast that can't be tamed, and right now, it's a machine that's now evolved to its own. So my thing is, put it this way: if they just said the World Cup is every 2 years, apart from me, who's gonna moan. And who's going to throw a fuss?
Me.
Not many people. Yeah, but on the speed, we are in the 0.00001%. 99% of 90% of people either wouldn't care or would be for it. So no, rather, 90% of people would either be indifferent or they would be for it. Only 0.0011% would be like, oh, because I'm a purist. That no, it has to be every 4 years. Most guys would be like, heck, how it's every year.
I don't care how much they ruin club football. They shouldn't touch the World Cup, man. That's the one thing you should never touch.
It's getting touched. I'm telling you right now. No. Did you know why? Because I was reading the whole thing. Money. Because FIFA are like, wait a minute.
How much of a hypocrite are you?
Yeah, but we see because FIFA are like, wait a minute. UEFA, you get all this money every year through the Champions League.
Yeah.
The World Cup is by far the biggest sporting event on the planet. So they say to themselves that, imagine if we have this every 2 years or every year, we're going to be getting ridiculous amounts of billions every year or every 2 years. So therefore, we'll become a lot more richer because God only knows how much money these guys make from every World Cup. Because it's literally the biggest sporting event on
the US-Canada one is 10 billion. They're predicting. So
that's a very good.
It's right. Look at Copa America. He's complaining, but they play like every 2 years, right? But and we still sit down and watch it.
Yes.
So I think what they might do, they might not make another World Cup because I think the purists will be upset. But you know, I got the Nations League thingy. They might make another secondary competition because they got already Confederations Cup. So they might say, hey, maybe top teams every confederation will play a tournament every 4, and the actual proper World Cup be another 4. So every 2 years, FIFA will be making money. It just be a slightly different format.
Yeah.
But to see a competition being held every 2 years by FIFA.
If the World Cup gets reduced to 2 years, then the Euros won't exist anymore.
I really hope they don't.
Do you guys?
Sorry, I really hope they don't touch the format of a football game. Though it should be 90 minutes, 45 each. That's the basics.
That's getting.
If that's getting.
Honestly said, I can almost guarantee you that in 6-7 years, it's going to become shorter.
No. If that's getting touched, 100%. I might have to relegate football to my 4th favorite sport after volleyball, tennis, and Formula 1. I'm sorry.
God damn, volleyball.
Volleyball, tennis, and Formula 1.
Wait. LB.
Yeah, just going back to the World Cup possibly being once every 2 years. I mean, in defense to those who want it, every 2 years, don't you think that there's just so much build up for the World Cup that it's just over so quickly, and that 4 years is just way too long to wait for another World Cup?
LB, let me respond to you. Let me tell you why it's. Have you heard this thing of like, what's it called? Less is more, and you get to cherish something if you have it in small doses. The beauty of the World Cup being every 4 years and for such a short time is, that, wow, I've waited so long for this that once it now comes, it feels that's more special. Champions League, of course, I love the Champions League. It's not as special as the World Cup because the Champions League is every year. Oh, I failed. Better luck next year. I failed. Better luck next year. Oh, I failed. 4 years. So therefore, whenever the World Cup comes, there is a sense of urgency of, I failed to make it count. I've got to wait another 4 years before I get this opportunity. And because of that, it's all the much more special and it has a greater value because it's in such small doses. But if you now make it like every 2 years or so forth, the value gets reduced. And therefore, it basically becomes like McDonald's.
The thing is, Church, is that what they'll probably do is that they'll expand the participants. They're already doing that anyway with the upcoming World Cup.
The teams, is it?
Yeah. I think they'll expand the teams so much because, let's be real. There are a lot of teams, a lot of countries that desperately want to see their club, like bro, China. I mean, China, they desperately want to see their team. So can you imagine him saying, listen, okay, we expand our competition. We can now look to 2 years. And then suddenly, wow, I've now got access to 1.4 billion people who can now see the Chinese national team once every 2 years or so, something like that. The Chinese government like that. It's like a no-brainer. Like, oh yeah, of course we'll do it every 2 years because now we suddenly have access to a $1.4 billion, $1.4 billion populace. Like India, like us to a lesser certain extent. So, like, it's not just the fact that every 2 years, it's more so the fact that FIFA more so want to expand the tournament as much as possible, so they can incorporate these teams in, so they can increase their viewership and access to money. That's the key thing.
Yeah.
So even
because
it'll be
in China would be pretty cool. Though.
That's why. That's why they want the whole 48 teams. What they want to do is because again, it goes back. We're seeing it in films now. Guys are now very, very worried about not trying to say anything bad against China because the Chinese box office is so important. So if it was down to FIFA, they would always have a position and a place for China in every World Cup because of the amount of viewership you're going to get from them. But if you're not expensive for the 8 teams, it's a greater viewership, and greater viewership means greater deals you can now cut with the various TV deals, which obviously have to now pay FIFA to televise a game in each of their countries.
But I want to ask a quick question, right? If you put the work every 2 years, and we have an extended Champions League format, or we replace the Champions League with the Super League, how would the players be able to cope with that? Because there's a lot more qualifiers you have to play, and then you have an extended Champions League.
They won't be able to cope with it, Darren. They
won't.
Player welfare is. We're not talking about player welfare, because player welfare is something that's going to be completely ignored and forgotten about in this whole thing. But you're right; they're not going to be able to cope. But I don't think player welfare is a thing that.
No one cares about it. Wait, Suleiman. Less is more. Hazard's failed diet plan.
I mean, this is facts.
And also, guess who's back?
Oh, what's up?
Hey,
I'm not gonna call you by your first because that's just what's up,
Daddy.
No, that's not really messed up.
You think Zad is a McDonald's guy or a Burger King guy?
Wait.
Who's a Burger King guy or
actually, no. On the opposite, I want to actually ask you a very important question, man. I mean, where do you think you see football headed, like in the next 5 years?
Me?
Woo!
How did that? Porno music, bro.